Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be our look back episode over MERP. Not so much a questions and answers session because we've done a couple of questions and answers sessions. There might be a couple of questions about the last few episodes, the last 10 episodes that went up after our previous questions and answers session. But it's more like a general look back of fondness over everything that I did in MERP, and I thought it would be a good idea to be able to do this after a certain length of time. I think it was about 8 weeks or something, 8 to 9 weeks.
Yeah, it was quite a while.
Yeah, since we did any editing. I think it's even longer since we did any recording of MERP.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's been longer, but since the last episode went out, it was been about 8 9 weeks. And we've had other things to do as well. But so it's nice to take just a little bit of time out in the place of our normal podcast and just look back and go over what happened with our characters and everything in MERP and seeing if anybody had any fond memories of it or wish they'd done anything differently. Any regrets as well as any good bits. Yeah, so
I can remember everything.
Yeah, we'll just get to one question at a time if there is any, and then yeah.
Alright, so
I think there might be some questions because, like I was saying earlier before we got started there, I'm pretty sure Lee said he had
Lee said he had a few,
questions,
yeah.
so-
I didn't expect there to be as many as we've had in the past. We've had like dozens in the past, but I knew we've had a few just over the last, because to cover the last few episodes.
Do we have any at the moment?
I think Lee's got a couple. I'll give him time just to dig those things.
I've got a
out.
couple. I'm processing something else at the moment. One second.
It's alright, it's okay. Like I said, he's busy doing something else at the moment, so we'll just let him.
Yeah, pardon me as I move about. There we
It's
go.
alright. Oh, that sounds better. We'll give him a chance to dig those questions out, and if anybody pops into the chat and wants to add any questions, then I'm sure somebody will shout them out for us. But yeah, first of all, your initial views of the Middle Earth roleplay system. I know for many of you, is the very, very first system, tabletop system that you'd had completely engaged with, and it was completely it's something you'd never ever come across before.
No.
And I know that because it's completely out of print now. And it has more of an emphasis on storytelling and roleplay than it does on action and outcome. Did anybody else feel as if that was the way MERP is developed and created as opposed to
I
other...
think it has, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
It just has its own unique way of it.
yeah, it's the story that everybody plays MERP for. Used to play MERP for, and there's a lot of MERP communities around the world. Several across Europe, a couple in Australia, and a few in America. That play it just because of the story aesthetics to it, rather than the I'm going to kill everything, I'm going to rank my level up to like 99 and all that kind of stuff, and get all the goodies and all that kind of thing, like powering up. And it focuses mostly on roleplay, being able to give you the opportunity to actually play that character rather than just pretending to play that character and just being rigid within the statistics of it. Did anybody find that to be were they okay with that?
With
I don't feel it went as that. I don't feel the system was like that.
No?
I feel more it amplified more in the combat and in the actual
graphic, yeah,
not just the graphic, but in the actual doing something.
Yeah,
the roleplay didn't really base anything with the system. It was just a story. There was no real, you roll 100 to see if you make a persuasion. That didn't really happen. It was more of a roll to see if you can climb a ledge to get into a window. It was more of a physical act of a combat-y.
Nice example, Lee.
Nice example. Climbing to a window. We remember that bit, don't we?
Yeah.
Mickleborough.
I was going to say swim in a little pool with, but...
Swim in a little pool, okay.
That's a new one.
There was one character that couldn't swim and one character that could.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
really early on.
Yeah, on the bridge. The battle on the bridge.
No.
Oh, okay.
No!
Oh,
This was the first adventure with me and Lee.
Oh.
yeah, the battle on the bridge.
No.
No!
Oh.
It was not that.
When we were traveling and we went to that place, we camped for like the first time. And then,
Yeah, the farmsteads, yeah.
The ruins.
The ruins.
yeah, the ruins.
Oh, yeah.
And Lee tried to dump in first. And then he went, because he rolled low. And then I had to swim in.
Like he get dragged in with the person.
No. That was the first time when I pulled him over because I didn't know what else to do. But this time I'm referring to with Zeddy is the time we were in some ruins and there was this little box that we could see through the water.
That was the
And I said,
was
I'll go
the
for
black
it.
thing
And I
under.
jumped in and pretty much drowned in it. And like, okay, Zeddy, you have to go.
I remember that now. Yeah, I do remember
I
it.
would keep coming back up and going down again.
Yes, I remember that.
I remember that now.
Oh god, yeah.
Like Zelly got like a few silver pieces from that, didn't she? So.
I think like 24.
Oh yeah, this is when Zeddy had no money and still has no money.
Yeah.
Well, Estelle has no money.
Well, I had some money.
Yeah.
It was just like, if it's not nailed down, I'm keeping it. That was Estelle's philosophy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I managed to grab a good amount of money.
You did, yes, you did.
I'm just gonna. Sorry.
But I want to ask Estelle the question of why did you go with that philosophy of if it's not nailed down, I'm having it?
Because you couldn't.
Well, because items and things.
Okay. For everybody who's listened to our MERP session, you'll know that Estelle's kind of like the healer.
This episode is a pretty poor one for you then, isn't it? If anyone doesn't know our MERP episode in this entire session,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dark Map Adventure, Middle-earth Adventures, yeah.
Estelle's supposed to be like the healer-ish class. And yet, she's the one who did more stealing than any of the rest of us.
Yeah.
Was it really stealing though?
Well, grave robbery.
Have we done a lot of stealing though? It's a more of hoarding than stealing.
Yeah, hoarding.
I didn't go and pickpocket people and do little ninja-y things. I didn't do that. It was more so that I was like
But could
grabbing
ya?
what was there. Like, if it's a loot, I grab it. If I'm able to grab it, I'll take it.
Had the invisibility spell lasted longer on you, guaranteed you would have tried to take stuff out of people's pockets.
Well, no, because it
But
would
no,
have been...
if I touch somebody, I will lose my invisibility. So hell no.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It
Actually.
was like, okay, if the spell was slightly different, if like little bit of physical contact didn't actually.
Well,
take
yeah,
out
wouldn't you?
invisibility. What?
Wouldn't anybody though? Like if they're invisible, they would try to do whatever they want while they're invisible. If it means like if they're able to touch things without turning invisible, yeah, you would totally be like, I'll just grab this. No one will know.
See it floating through
No
the
one's
air.
seen you. It's fine. So.
And
would've
then kabush.
That would have been really handy to scare some characters, I think, like just to see a random bottle floating past.
Oh god.
Now if you stuff it in your pockets and then it becomes invisible.
Bottle
Somehow.
wouldn't be too big in the pocket unless you have a.
Well, it
big
depends on the size of the
mouth.
bottle, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, when you said the
I'm
difficulty in swimming, I thought it was the battle on the bridge.
No, because I didn't really
No.
swim in the battle. And,
No, you just fell in.
Well,
You
no,
fell
I
in with the other
pulled
guy.
him in. I pulled him on purpose because I had no other way to get rid of him.
You both got in the water.
Mhm.
Great episode. Great
That
episode.
was like the worst episode ever for me. It was like, oh my god, I've lost everything. Now I'm wet.
Yeah.
That was the very first one as well.
It was the first one, the
Yeah.
introduction. The introduction was a two-parter. And we got...
Although, guess what? I've still got the same amount of money that I started off with,
Wow.
if not a few
Oh,
copper round.
no.
Even after
Really?
you're still paying Freya? Oh no, Freya's keeping a tab. That's
Yeah, she hasn't got any money yet.
yeah, she's keeping a tab.
Right. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, I've got
We
some
could probably
questions.
like do a few of them. And
We
then,
can do a few
like,
questions,
do-
then we can look back over some crazy episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few newer ones.
New ones, wow.
My voice is gonna go.
Oh no! carefully.
Yeah, okay. So one of the questions is Estelle, Zabby, and Olwe, which I suppose that's
Wow, Olwe gets in
Oh,
this.
okay,
Olwe's got a
yeah.
question. That's really good.
the last section. Yeah, so the
Spoilers,
last crossover.
spoilers.
Well,
If you don't want spoilers,
It's been
leave.
up a month, Zelly. It's been
why
up over a
are
month.
we doing this thing?
It's been
that
up
we're
over a
not talking
month,
about
look.
Just in
100
case,
episodes?
because some people might have come in that I know that are new and haven't listened to MERP yet, and then like be like, oh yeah, I have to leave.
They'll
'cause
listen to
spoilers.
this right at the end, Zelly. I'm sure they will.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
they don't have to instantly leave. They could just basically put on another tab on their browser and then slowly just listen into the
They'll be fine.
actual
They'll be
podcast
fine. They're
recordings
fine.
of the
Everybody
browser.
knows that.
It's been over months.
It's been over
so
months.
I'm sure
fair
that
game.
everybody will know more or less of what happens in the end.
Yeah. Go on, Lee.
Go.
So getting back to it.
hmm
You three, when you were in the last village, which I think they mean Muckenberry, not the village. We
Village.
say crossing the water, so it must be Muckenberry, not Muckenberry. Farbar.
Mistwood. Oh, Tharbad.
Tharbad.
Yeah.
The last bit that we did.
Yeah, when
Farbar.
you're crossing the water, they asked if you thought you would have to do any battling because you pretty much got away without doing anything. You
Yeah.
travelled and that was it. That's all you did. You didn't have to fight. You didn't have to lift a sword. You got away scot-free from doing all this preparation. All your men died, but
All the
you
men did.
didn't have to do anything. So
No, you
Did
don't
you
know
feel-
if they died. You don't know. They're still fighting. To me, they're still fighting.
I mean, they did have the horn go, but you.
Yeah, exactly.
So the question stands. Yeah, the question is: do you think you were going to have to fight?
We have to be prepared for anything. That's what I'm saying.
all we was prepared, but if I remember correctly, Estelle did a premonition kind of on intuitions,
hmm
Yeah, she did.
and all she could see was basically just running through the streets with millions of orcs coming out from every thoroughfare and back alley coming at them. So they changed that plan to something a little bit more
Sneaky.
more sneaky and stealthy. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
kind of prepared if something did fail.
What, to bolt it or just to stand your ground? Like, what would you have done? Would you stand your ground? Would you bolt it? Would you run away?
I would try to stand my ground for a period of time, but if it gets too messy, I bolt it afterwards. That's what Zabby would have done, I think.
Plus, I did say to the men and everything, if everything goes hairy, we have a place to, like, congregate. Meet up, rather.
We know what you mean.
Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah, I remember the plan. I'll just send the men that way. Where? North. North. Yeah, just in that general direction. What, back to Rivendell?
I'm just gonna say, I think a bit more preparation of what you're doing would be, like, more better in a situation.
Well, yeah.
You know.
See, now, I think Zeddy thought the preparation through, but the problem with Zeddy is she never told anyone.
That's usually the way it's gone all the way through the
Yeah.
story, though. Isn't it?
I have a really good one for
That's
Estelle.
Well, I tell when I need to, when it involves people.
But you never do. That's the thing.
I do.
Ask a
No.
small question here.
hmm
Because it's my understanding, and I could just be remembering it wrong, that the battalion of men that Zelly and Zabby and Olwe took with them were left outside the town.
They were split up
Outside the town, right?
outside the town, but yeah, she left instructions for so many to attack the front, so many to go north, and so many to hang back in reserve. Yeah.
And wait
It's like,
for
I
a
was like-
specific enemy.
You guys were saying about aren't those guys like fighting and dying, and I'm like, hold on a second. Last thing I remember was they were sitting outside the town twiddling their thumbs.
No, they were the diversion for all the orcs to come towards her.
Yeah.
hmm
They were the main meat run thing. You know, the men attacked while Zeddy's character, Zabby and Olwe snuck around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Basically took to one of the canals and then found a boat and crossed the river. Yeah. So yeah, was Olwe prepared to fight to attack? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Were anyone prepared to die?
No, Alwa's not going to. No, Always nowhere.
No.
No way. Always would have jumped in the river
Hell
and started
no!
swimming.
I will not have anyone die at this point.
Zabby's instant question for that is no.
Would any of you have died for each other though? Like, if you had to take the bullet for the last person?
Preservation.
God.
You can't preserve yourself if you're knocked down already.
That's true. But yeah, would any of you have taken like the bullet for someone?
No.
Would all we?
We might have. We might have. Yeah.
I
And
think she might have for Estelle,
I
but
don't-
Zabby would just basically like.
I remember.
I'm out.
Remember in that last episode, Freya almost did as well.
Oh.
Freya's just a disobedient little girl. She needs to learn her place.
Oh,
She was never told to do that stuff. She was never told to intervene. And now, as far as I know, me and Dylan Trans were disappeared for a day or so, and then she's looking for us, but there was no need for her to get in the way. It's all under control.
Uh-huh.
Which will bring me to the next question.
Sure.
Yeah,
No, I
Dylan
didn't
Trans.
answer that question.
Go on, Joy.
That particular one, would I take a bullet for any of the rest of them? Not for Estelle.
Ooh.
For Theo. Oh, maybe for Theo, sorry. Not for Zabby.
I'm not surprised.
Ollie, maybe.
Ooh. We maybe.
Mullen,
me, baby.
Oh, okay.
I had to. I'm sorry.
That's the next thing.
Okay. Mulwin. Yeah.
And Nostriel.
No chance.
No. Not a chance in hell.
I knew that was coming.
Freya. He almost took a bullet for me, then yeah, I would take a bullet for her.
Ooh. Even though Freya kind of like disses you an awful lot of the time.
All the time.
Well, all the time. I was saying nearly all the time. Just most of the time. All the time.
But for her because she almost took a bullet for him.
Oh, okay.
But before that, you would never have even thought it.
No, if she hadn't tried to take a bullet for him, then he would probably just let her die.
But here's the thing. Technically, your character doesn't know that she needed a bullet for you because you were facing away.
Yeah.
She stood behind you to get the bear.
Your character wouldn't, so.
And then she thought she was going to die because of that, and then
If
she got in my way.
Like if he killed it, like the instance, like afterwards, like the dagger or whatever on the floor or the ground, he'd be like, "Oh, right, so she like almost took a bullet from me." So then he'd be like, "Okay, well, I would take a bullet for her."
Oh.
Payback.
Interesting.
You don't necessarily need to like somebody to take a bullet for them.
You do.
Wait, it kind of helps.
Don't get me wrong, it does help.
It does help a lot. Yeah.
Charlie, your question?
Yeah, so the next part of the question would be, so in Theo and Dylan Traz's fight, they came up against a big-ass, it's named here Balrog, but I don't think it technically was a Balrog. I think it's something a little bit more advanced than a Balrog.
It's a Balrog, Wester.
It's a what?
It's a Balrog.
We'll say it's a kind of a demon thing. Yeah, just a demon of sorts. That from your perspective, it was a demon of sort. Yeah.
So in that section, when we were battling, it's got here, did you expect your character to die when you heard that there was a dagger coming towards you and then Freya got in the way? So that was what I was going to ask you a second ago. Did you expect Theo just to walk into the middle of a battle without actually telling you anything?
Probably.
And you were getting on to me for not telling people anything. Look what Theo did!
He has reasons, though.
Yeah, I had reasons.
And I don't? And I don't? Sexist, discriminatory to half-elves, the lot of you.
Discriminatory to what?
I did that for you.
Okay, to answer...
I'm just turning Zelly down a bit.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
To answer that question, I did kind of think that could happen, but I didn't think it would happen there. I honestly thought my character was going to die a lot sooner.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna die at Mistwall at Wallview.
The wall view. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I thought my character was going to die, and I was like, I need to think of various scenarios and how to get myself out of here.
Yeah, I thought that he's had it now. He's in there. That's it. And when he got dumped on the floor, and like Frey just leave him.
It was the fighting with the guy.
The mercenary, the ginger mercenary.
Oh, him, yeah.
Him.
In the
I
mines.
want to kill him. That's honestly where I thought I was going to die. The whole scenario with Theo came out of midfield for me. I didn't think I was going to die in that one. I was like, well, I didn't die going up against the mercenary, so...
No, 3 mercenaries. Yeah.
Well, technically it was 1 mercenary he went up against.
Oh yeah, but there was 3
points.
mercenaries. The emphasis of the number 3 came out an awful lot across the whole of the adventure.
yeah.
Did it?
I just
Oh,
want to
aye.
say this.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say this quickly as
Mhm.
well. Anybody in like the chat that is watching us live at the moment, don't hesitate to ask questions to us as well through the chat. We'll read them out as they come up.
Yeah, we'll try. Yeah, the number 3 came up. God, I don't know how many times I put the 3 into the story.
I don't think I really paid attention to it.
Oh my god.
Now you say it, I can pick up quite a lot of frees. 3 children, 3 things, 3 items. It's like, okay, 3 mercenaries. Been quite a lot of
Yeah,
frees.
It
Free,
just
free
basically is the
stones,
magic number.
Yeah. There's 3 strands of hair. There was the 3. There was a lot of 3s all the way through it all, and I was just trying to work out until everybody had a chance to like play it out and listen to it, and they'd say what the. I was wondering if somebody was going to say what's the significance of the number 3.
No, see, I didn't pick
No,
up
have you
until
missed
just
on that?
now until you just said that you've got a
3
lot of
is the
frees in it.
magic number.
It was when, to be honest, 3 was the magic number for Theo.
Yeah, it's
Was
just
it?
when I.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this right
What?
now. It's
Hmm.
just the last episode. I
3
was
stars.
quite the very last episode
Yeah.
Yes.
that I was actually surprised with that bit. I'm like, what? It's just you left it on like a huge cliffhanger at that point.
Oh yeah,
and I
we'll
was
get to that bit.
Oh God.
It's not even.
I want to
Ah!
Oh,
try
God, so he's going to scream again.
question.
Hmm?
We all got to say about whether or not we thought we would die or whatnot. Was there any point in that last battle that you thought you would die?
Not in the last battle, no. I prepared everything going into a battle. I thought, okay, if someone attacks me, I'm doing this.
I'm going to say that the resistance roll
that,
was amazing.
that last one was the bit where I thought, screw it, I'm going all in. I don't think I'm going to die because I'm going to go all in no matter what. But that resistant roll, I didn't even care, if I did it or not.
Well, I'm sure Dylan
That-
Trust
that
would have
was
cared.
just weird.
Yeah, he would have cared. I didn't. Like, me, it's Theo, and me didn't care for it.
Isn't the way that sword works? It's like got to be a friend of yours or somebody you consider.
But you're an acquaintance of mine that I would
An
class you as a
acquaintance.
friend.
It actually says a friend, an ally, or an acquaintance.
Doesn't that have to go both ways? Because then I can turn around and say, well, technically, I don't consider you an acquaintance. I just consider you a pain in my ass.
That's one way
Yeah,
of
but then you'll be
putting
fighting to the same distance as I'm going, sort of thing. You're going the same way along the same line. It comes as a companion or an acquaintance.
An escort or a companion, an
Yeah.
escort, or a traveller, or it's somebody you don't have any maleficent kind of grievances against.
And Trask has got plenty of
Complete hatred
grievances
against. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean,
Dylan Trask has got grievances against Theo. He still hasn't forgotten.
I know,
about
but
when
it's
he punched
Theo's.
him.
It's the holder of the sword. It's Theo's.
Yeah.
Thing.
It's not whether you like me, it's whether I like you.
But
it's whether I
the
find
sword
you.
is fine. The sword is okay. The sword, all it does is just negates armor.
That's in it.
Negates all
That's-
normal armor.
That sense, and I can just see Dylan Trask screaming at Theo, "You suck!"
Well, you don't want to say that, and especially if the sword hasn't been attuned to me to control.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I that last battle, I didn't expect to die, but that's because I had pretty much died like nearly 3 times during the entire campaign.
Well,
So
actually,
I'd already
saved
made
you.
my second character.
I saved you, man.
I know you.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
one
that
healing
battle
point.
Well, that actual proper battle, yeah. When the one I got stabbed in the
Oh,
pelvis.
the small
Yes.
skirmish, yeah.
You
Yeah,
completely
I did-
shattered it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
That was
honest to
smashed.
God, I didn't know whether or not I was going to stay in the battle or let my horse take me back to the keep.
Hmm.
I rolled a dice, yeah. Well, not a dice. I flipped a coin to say 50-50 which way I'm going to go, and it just happened to do the head going out of the battle almost, you know. Otherwise, I would have stayed there.
Retreat, yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So that's
Oh,
how
yeah.
lucky that character was at that one point.
Pardon for my sniffles just then.
It's alright.
No worries.
It's fine.
You were out of it for like, what, 2 weeks?
More or less, yeah, he was.
Yeah, technically. I mean, wasn't really
week.
doing anything, so
No, you-
just laying in bed.
Yeah.
But it was out of it for 4 days,
Wow.
and then started riding. But then it pretty much riding took me
I
4
still
days as
feel
well.
really
so.
bad for you, Lee, that you had to wait out like 2 sessions
Oh, that was
to
the
come
curse.
back.
Oh, no, that's the, yeah.
Oh.
That's the kickback of MERP. If you are out, you are out. That's it.
No, it wasn't that. It was okay. We're having a 20-minute conversation. Okay, 2 sessions have been played now. How long is this conversation taking? 8 hours later. So is it 20 minutes still? No. Okay, because I should have woken up in like 30 minutes.
Yeah. There was a lot said. There was a lot done in that episode. A lot done.
Yep.
A lot done, a lot
It
said.
wasn't.
Well, Dylan Trask did walk around with like half a blanket on him or towel or something. Anyway. The bedding. Remember the bedding?
Oh, that one.
It was after.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, you mean with Dylan Trask, Betty?
Yeah, Dylan Trask bedding. Yeah, that was that episode.
I'm just gonna say
Behind that.
that.
Wait,
Hmm?
what was the thing behind that? Like, why was I in bedding again?
You were
Oh.
getting dry in a cold area that you cleaned your clothes and they were wet and you couldn't dry them. So
Okay.
Plus the actual do I have to say it?
What
now?
the state of the bedding?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Someone peed in it.
Yeah, there's
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't that. It was something else.
Yeah.
It had something else on it.
No sheets then.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there's no. It did get gritty and it did get a bit like raw at times as well. MERP one. It could get a lot more. It could turn into a definite Game of Thrones kind of episode. No problem.
I don't think it got that raw.
No, but
But it was still
See,
like PG friendly. I thought.
oh yeah.
That's the thing, though, that it could have been as raw as Game of Thrones.
Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we would have killed the first person we saw. I think we technically did.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, that battle, I
Yeah.
was well prepared to die, but I knew I wasn't because I was going pretty much full on, and I planned pretty much everything I was going to do. Like, I was going to get person, hide my identity, like my form, run
Yeah.
away, get back to the village, and then try to fight off as they're coming towards me on my own terms.
Mm.
But it didn't quite happen as I wanted it to because I didn't really think that the mercenary was going to try and ambush me. I'm just happy that I managed to see the girl's eyes look to one direction.
Oh yeah, that was a perception roll. That one, yeah.
Yeah,
Just a slight
I think
awareness roll, yeah.
if he hit me, I would have been down for a little while.
Oh yeah. That's the thing about. I mean, you can dish out like relic items, first aid items, and stuff like that, but they're not lifesavers. None of the weapons that you or items or armor, anything like that, or magical things that you get, and you've seen some really crazy, whacked out, mental ones, which what you've got in your possession is nowhere near as godlike for weapons.
No.
And you can still get completely wiped out just because they're not life-saving items. They're just not like that.
They're just basic. Like,
It's a sword. At the end of the day, it's a sword. That's all it was, just a sword. So yeah, if you're surprised or if you attack from behind or whatever, you can still get easily killed. It doesn't matter if you've got a magic sword or nothing.
I
Yeah.
do miss my shield.
What happened to the shield? Did you drop it?
I had to let go of it.
Yeah, remember in that trap that Theo just walked away and then got himself in a trap.
Looking at all these traps and then walked down the corridor and fell in the trap.
That's what you get.
What was the pot that you dropped in that?
Yeah, it was
That
the
was
pot,
the-
the shield. It was almost everything.
Do you want a list of what I dropped? I can remember quite easily. It was a pot, magical pot. It was
Yeah.
a magical shield. It was a
Yep.
mercenary sword. It was a bit of armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
First dungeons I went into with you guys, and I was still relatively new to that.
Mhm.
And to be fair, I hadn't really attuned in to what the pot could do and why that was kind of a good thing to have around.
It was a damn good pot. That.
Yeah.
I don't know, did we ever use it?
Yeah.
It was when we finished that recording and Sally just freaking lost it at you, like, how could you let go of the thought like this?
Do you remember the?
Slap.
Do you remember the porridge that you made in the Misty Mountains in that shed that cost a that 5-star accommodation?
Yeah. I remember burning the guy's food and all that.
Oh yeah. Set fire to his kitchen. Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, why is she losing it over a pot? And then when it was explained, it kind of was like, oh, now I understand why she's lost it.
But here's the thing: it was a pot of purification. Yeah, so whatever you put in it, it would purify.
It would.
It wouldn't cook it, wouldn't heat it, wouldn't like that.
Oh, it heated it.
Oh no, sorry, it
Yeah,
heated
it
it.
heated it as well.
It
It
did
heated it
that's
and
right.
made it.
Anything that went in there, it would
Edible.
get heated.
It would heat it. It would
Heated and purified.
That's
that
it,
was
right? Heated and cleansed, kind of thing. But everything that went in came out the same way. Just a pile of goop.
Mhm.
But it cooked it.
Oh, it heated it up. It was
So
just
you
heated
basically
goop.
could cook things without a stove. You can just be like, I'm going to put a bit of this, bit of this, bit of this, a bit of water, boom, bish bash, bosh, you got a stew. You know?
That's all it made. All it made was just hot, like stew from things you could pick and find in the field.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
all it
luxury in the
did.
middle of nowhere.
So can you answer me this, Sunday? How many times did we stop at a campfire and actually make a meal, or did we ever stop after I lost the pot? When did we ever stop to make a proper meal, like to
We
eat,
never-
and it
we-
wasn't just on the go, or
The
in the
without-
mansions, or anything like
without the in the mansions.
that? Without the pot,
Without,
yeah, like when,
without the pot. Did you use the pot at the campfire outside Mirkwood?
no.
You didn't even bother.
I
You
would
could have,
say-
but didn't even bother.
I would have said.
Go on, Jade.
I would have said, like the time when we came out of Dumbledore. That one time when we were like cooking something like rabbit or fish or something.
On the banks of the Anduin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean that's the day where we were trying to get food to cook?
We lost
yeah?
the pot by then.
That and food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the campfire.
Yeah, we
day.
could have used it then.
Well, no, we couldn't use it then because we didn't catch anything.
No, we couldn't use the freaking pot then because obviously, of course, you guys lost it. I wasn't there at the time, so
Well, no, not only that, we had no food.
we had rations still.
Yeah, okay, rations. You don't need to cook rations.
No, they're just dried, dehydrated junk. Yeah, just
What if
biscuits.
you want heated rations? You
Yeah,
could
hot
do
meal. A
that.
hot meal. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a bit cold, have a
technically,
hot
didn't I use my arrows to like skewer some of the food that we did catch?
Yeah.
Out where the pot could have been used.
Yeah, but we couldn't because
Well, no.
So hang on. So you had enough to do. I think it was 2 or 3 tent pegs you used, if I remember correctly, or someone used on that fire to make like a kebab.
Yeah.
Not enough
Yes!
to really go in a pot.
No, not for a pot.
arrows.
No.
point in time when they could have used the pot when they still had it.
Yeah, there's 2 things to this. Yes, if you had a pot, great, but you also needed stuff to put in the pot.
Yeah, but this was a point when they were in the middle of trying to do that. Or at least Lee was.
When?
Fishing.
Yeah, I was trying to get food to cook,
Yeah.
to grill. I was going to just grill it. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to make a stew. A fish stew. Why would I put a fish in a pot? I would just grill it.
Just
well, you can
barbecue
boil
it.
it
Roast
as
it.
well.
smoke it.
Well, yeah, but at the time you lost there was no pot.
Yeah.
So
See, there was no.
Yeah.
It was
That was
unnecessary
before
wait.
he lost. No. Like the fishing part there that I'm on about was before he lost.
Oh,
the
before you mean in the
When he was
When I
naked.
drifted down the river.
when you drifted down the river? Yeah, that river scene. That I remember that river. That river scene was amazing. I remember that river scene.
You know what, Jai? That is a point I probably would have used the pot if I had the chance.
If he didn't
That's
get
why I was
put
saying that was
accountable.
another time when you could have used the pot, but you didn't.
I didn't have a chance. It's not because I didn't.
Exactly.
It's because I was still fishing when I got said hello. It's like, hello.
It was
I'm in my
Ella.
underwear. What are you doing?
That one particular scene was so funny for me, and it was like
Skinny
I remember
dipping in the
that.
oven rivers.
particular scene, and I'll always remember that because it's like I pictured it so vividly in my head, and I'm like, oh dear God, it was so bad because it was like adjacent to an upcoming scene that I knew I was in.
Mm.
I was like, how what's the thanks in these kind of scenarios? So I was like, okay, he's setting up for a point when my character can come into the episode, and I'm like, okay, that scenario's just happened, and I'm laughing my ass off about it. How am I actually going to come in and actually say anything without laughing my head off? For that, for that little scenario.
Well, that's good. Yeah, we had some funny moments, and we had some some
I have
angry
a question
moments.
for everyone. Then.
Oh,
A
God.
good question. All of it, including you, Whisper.
Okay.
When you think of your character, so like if you think of Dylan Travers or whoever,
Yeah.
what moment do you think of when you think of that character? That goes to everyone.
Oh, well, we'll go down the list. So when you think of Estelle, what's the scene that comes to mind? You mean
Lost.
Lost? Well, was there more than Lost?
No, I see. For me, I think Estelle's lost, completely lost.
He has a point there.
What?
So when I think of Estelle, I think of someone who's lost, like not knowing how or where they're going to go and find their way, still trying to look. For
I think.
something, you know,
Yeah, I agree. I
Don't you mean a moment, not like a word?
well, a moment. There's a couple of moments. One, how do I follow that? That was to the Elven King.
Okay, I'll give you that one, Whisper. Yes.
That was amazing, that one. And when she realised after speaking to King Theodon that she's not getting any more men.
Yeah, that was a
Oh wow, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one, Whisper, as well.
Yeah, when you woke up nearly everybody in the house. Yeah, that's...
It's just
Oh, yeah.
I've got
when
three.
Hmm?
you got
Obviously,
three.
that one with the Hall of the Elven King. Like, how do I follow that? You know, because that was another funny haha moment. Bastard tapping his nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Dick in Mickleborough.
yeah, that's a big one. Actually,
That
that's
was-
the one I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Best one for me is when you guys were in, I think it was Goblin Town or Goblin City.
Yeah.
It's
Goblin
like, I'm
Village.
gonna hit this freaking bastard.
Yeah. So I just fire 3 shots all at once. Yeah, that was classic.
Love the fact that she was just so determined about that. You know, like it's so great.
No,
And
the best
to me, that is what Estelle is.
the best one line, and you guys can either say yes or no to that, didn't come from Estelle. It was about Estelle, but it came from Theo.
I didn't mean it.
No, you did.
I don't know what it was, but
You did. Oh, and it was like you were commenting about this. Like we always seem to be surrounded by elves, always doing what elves tell us to do, and it was always when we were back in Rivendell. It was like you were all ooh and ah and
all the other shenanigans.
that was that yeah. Because you went into this room and it was like, ooh, that's nice, and it went in that room and you went, ah, that's interesting, and it was like, and that came from Theo, and I thought that was a great description of Estelle, the way she is, yeah.
what about you, honey? What did you think of when you think of Estelle? What do you think?
Think about it, Jade.
That's what I'm doing at the moment.
Nothing. She never thinks of you.
Nice.
It's not. It's
That's probably best.
Yeah.
What as Abby thinks of Estelle?
What comes to mind when we mention Estelle? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Like, is there a scene? Secrets. Yeah.
It's just both between me and Zabby. It's just it feels like that. Estelle keeps too many secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to at some points in time that are important, but she just doesn't want to explain it.
Very
So.
much.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like it's like she's going to explain it, but then she kind of drops out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes. Yeah, it's just in some situations for Estelle, she goes to trying to explain it. like for example, with Theo, she was going to try to explain something to Theo, but Theo got pissy and just walked off. So
Because you interrupted her.
Okay.
Because with that, because I don't know. But
Okay.
it's just most of the time, I just feel like she has this habit of like, she was going to tell you something, but then suddenly stops and just keeps it to herself. She has that habit.
This is where you need to do the thing that Thea learned in the later sort of episodes.
What's that? Ignore
Just
it.
to read. No, just read in between the lines and not pay much attention.
Well,
that means more of, I want to know the fucking details. Give me the fucking details.
Okay. So
Be blunt.
secrets. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
basically be blunt in the situation. So.
one, Lee, did you already say like? Well, you said lost.
Yeah, like,
Estelle.
when I think of Estelle, I always think of her lost. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't really know where to go. She doesn't know how to find
Any
what she's
specific
after.
moment?
All of
You
it.
think
It's
about?
like whenever
All of it.
I know, when I think of Estelle, that is it. That is you think about what I've been with Estelle. It's like she is kind of lost. She doesn't really understand what she's doing. She wants to go one way, but she doesn't know how to get the group. But I say I'm going this way, and they just follow. It's like there was no real way for her to understand how to do something because she didn't understand how to do it. She was very lost in her own moment.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of, Sally, when you think of Estelle?
When I think of the character played Estelle, just to add to some of the moments, because there were some moments that I'm like, yeah, I totally agree, like that moments that define Estelle. But one that I don't know, you kind of touched upon it, Jai, is in the same area. When we were running away from all the Urukai in Goblin Town, right?
What, being seen?
And we were
Run.
trying to follow in the dwarfs, and like, you're supposed to lead us. And the arrow thing, the exploding arrow, boom. That's one part. That was one part. Me yelling at the eagle when it flew away.
Come back.
Because I feel like I yell at people constantly. That's what I do when they go away from me.
Why did you yell at the people?
When everyone was sleeping, I tried to poke Theo, and he wouldn't wake up because he sucks. And I went outside.
Nice. That's where Theo kicked Olwe.
I went outside and it flew away, and it was trying to take one of the wolf pieces with them,
Mhm.
and I tried to catch it, like, wait, come back! Oh, give that back or whatever. And then I kept the little feather as a memento of that day.
Mhm.
And Theo's character missed. Lee's character missed all.
Well, he didn't really. He saw it fly off in the distance because he stood at the door watching you shout at the bird and went back to bed.
You saw me shouting.
Yeah, I
And
saw you
Yeah.
shouting in
a
the air.
thing
Like,
flying
"Oh,
away."
whatever." I don't think even today Theo's really thought about what it was you were shouting at. He just went back.
Just went
to sleep, sort of thing.
Estelle's
Just took me
outside
away.
screaming at the sky.
So yeah, that was another moment. And yes, I do think the whole like, you dick, and then completely feeling shit afterwards for saying it.
That was great. Great episode. I love the adventures in Mickleborough. I thought it was pretty good.
And also preservation.
Cool. Yeah. You're gonna
That's great.
get that on a t.
Preservation.
Preservation. Get that on a t-shirt. Preservation. Okay,
What
so
about Zabby?
Oh, wait. What
Oh.
is West thing called? Or did you did say?
Whisper already did.
I did.
Whisper
I
already
said. I
did.
remember those bits. Those bits where she was like, "How do I follow that?" Kingsley had done.
Let's go
That was a
with
stealth.
Theo.
Oh, I
Theo.
said Zabby.
Zabby, go on. The Zabby.
Let's do the Zabby first. What does everyone think of Zabby?
Oh boy.
Who wants to start? I'm trying to think. Give me a second.
Give me a second.
I got
for
one.
Me, I liked the kind of first scene that we met Zabby in.
Yes.
At first, we were like, "It's a tiny hobbit."
Yeah.
We keep
Who's yelling a lot?
Yeah, who's yelling a lot. Do we take her with us? Do we just leave her here? I thought, oh, yeah, right, awesome. We get another member to the party, which is great. Always fun. Like after that, when like one of the scenes like, with Zabby in particular that I never really understood was why she was trying to give away all of her money.
Aye. Where'd all this
No,
money go?
I didn't get that, and it was one of the things that kind of bugged me. It didn't bug me, the player. It bugged me, the character.
Money. Yeah, money was just like pouring out of Zabby. Yeah.
It's like Dylan Trask knew that Zabby was a thief, and it's like it's not exactly the most giving people in the entire world. Like especially if you have coin, you're gonna want to keep that coin. So it didn't make sense to Dylan Trask. And I think, Jade, did I actually ask you as Dylan Trask to Zabby, or did I ask you as me to you why you were trying to like give away your money?
I really can't recall.
Pretty sure there's a scene, or like it was after a recording. I asked you like, okay, why are you giving away your money? Because as a thief, you want to keep it. And it always like springs to mind for me when I think of Zabby as her trying to pawn off her money.
All the money. Yeah.
It's just for Zabby, most of that money she could obviously, of course, like buy a load of stuff and whatnot, but at the same time, she'd rather give it to people that would need it more than her. So.
I was quite happy accepting it. I didn't mind.
Yeah, same.
Same.
I didn't need it, but I was happy.
Same. God.
See, now,
There's a-
when I think of Zabby, I always like. I remember the points where I would be asking questions, and then Zabby would be pretty much there, over speaking what I'm trying to say, and then pretty much get in the way almost, and then go from one scale to the other, from like being really scared and wanting to get away to being bloodthirsty, mercenary killer looking. It was like it was a scale that just disappeared.
I think basically it's her priorities.
At the time.
Yeah, at the time. So.
That's always one thing I remember is like how loud she would be in for such a small person. She made such amount of noise, whether it be an explosion or making like a castle be flooded with tampering stuff that she shouldn't be tampering with.
Yeah.
She did not expect that to happen, so just saying.
I know. Look, here's a machine here. What's it do? We don't know, but let's turn the valves and see what it does. Okay, it sounds like it might explode. Maybe pressure's building up.
I just thought of a really good scene that I like between Theo and Zabby, actually, and it's in, I think it was her garden villa-ish place. A lot of you guys are in the library and you're kind of like having a go at each other. And it wasn't specifically like arguing with everybody. It just seemed to be Zabby and Theo having a go.
Oh, the childish remark and all that. That was it.
Yeah. That one was a really good standout scene because we had Malwyn just kind of standing there like, oh dear God. And there was no Dylan Trask in sight. If Estelle was there, she wasn't really seeing
She was the
it.
one I was talking to originally, trying to get an answer from.
But she didn't stop either of you from arguing.
No, that's where she took her chance of trying to run away, you see.
Mm-hmm. So that was a really good standout scene, and I loved how that kind of showed how Zabby could be sweet and innocent one moment, but like mercenary-like, as you guys were saying, the next.
And the one bit I remember of Zabby, which you guys might have forgot about, was Zabby in the bathroom at Gladriel's villa.
Oh no!
Where it was just the room was just full of water and soap and bubbles and stuff like that, and in the middle of all this like foam was just Zabby's face, like just flooded the bathroom completely. Do you remember that one?
Oh no, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just flooded the bathroom completely. It was just water and
I can't
soap
remember
everywhere.
if I was zoned out slightly because it was a section that I was far away from these guys, so I wasn't.
Yeah, I remember
I
that
was
one.
grabbing something. I don't know.
Just
But
literally just destroyed the bathroom. Just soap and bubbles everywhere. It was like, yeah, I remember that bit. There was a couple of bits and pieces, but I remember that bit. Yeah.
well,
Like,
the thing.
Go on.
Oh, no worries. The thing that I think about Zabi, I'll try to keep it to a few moments that I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think it was already touched on, but the scene of the confrontation because of Theo and me, and then Zabi butting in every so often. You know, the defensive. At the time, it was on the defensive, you know, the protection. And then if you scale way further later, you get when we're going back to Tharbod, and then Zabi's come with me.
Yeah.
The spout between us on the travel there.
Mistwood. Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the inn. Fair enough, you know. Zabi goes to the inn. I stay outside. It's the two contrasts from then is defensive and time later is like, oh, I want to get away.
Does anybody remember that like 45-minute argument about whether they should go north or south when they came to the Gap of Rohan?
Oh, that too.
Do we go into Isengard? No, we go south. Where does that mean you're going to go towards Helm's Deep? Oh no, there's a big battle going on that way. Well, which way do you want to go? It was like, oh god, it took forever for you to decide which way to go.
I didn't want it to take forever. It's just I didn't mean it to take forever. I just like, I will pick I'm going.
Yeah.
Because we took so long that it's like, okay, we're going this way.
Yeah.
We're going to Helm's Deep, guys. Oh my god.
That was good.
Oh.
Lord.
Oh, and the door stabby.
Don't remind me.
The door stabby. Was that in
In
Stabby.
Doggle
in
Door.
Dungle Door? Yeah, grab hold of that. I think that was Dylan Trask's fault, that one.
Yeah, I'm getting to that when we talk about Dylan Trask.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's do that now
Same
then.
moment.
Yeah. Dylan Trask, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that now. What do you think about Dylan Trask?
That moment.
We didn't get to ask Zabby herself.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Did we
Dude,
not?
Jade.
Jade, what was your standout points for your own character, hun?
Yeah, what's your moments for Zabi? What's the moment?
Moments of playing her. One more scene that kind of sticks out for me while Jade's thinking. And it was such a great one because we had the argument between Theo and Zabby earlier in the night. I think Whisper kind of got his own back on both of them because they both ate something that didn't.
Oh, God, the black cheese.
That was the day before.
The black cheese, yeah.
Yeah, the black cheese was the day before.
Maybe that was a kind of foreshadowing then for the argument that we're going to have?
I think it was basically that Zabi Theo moment out of Dumbledore, just after out of Dumbledore.
On the campfire at the riverbank.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, basically that they actually got a chance to chat.
Yeah.
A little bit and all that, and seem to be friendly until like shit let loose out. So.
Well, I'll let you in a little secret. Theo never trusted you from that point. Yeah, from getting out of Dumbledore, Theo didn't trust you because he had already seen a letter saying we need to get to a certain location in 3 days. You had already been like pretty much given to us, not actually having to fight for your safety out of there. And then you were very helpful throughout the point.
Loads of money. Loads of money.
Like, well, yeah, not only that, it was like, hang on, we've got this person, we've got to go to a location. Like, I was picking up on this very early on, but no one else seemed to notice. Or
No, I was.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of it.
I'm just gonna.
Only
say
when I started
as
talking
Zabi,
to you guys.
I'm gonna say this as Zabi.
Mm.
There was no intention of doing any wrongdoing.
Oh, we know. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know in
Theo
Theo,
doesn't.
Yeah.
I know in Theo's standpoint he wouldn't like probably trust her, but I think through of what she's been through, it's just a little bit difficult to try to gain friends and all that, and that's why obviously at the end of MERP, she thought she felt a bond with Estelle, but in the end it was just distance. It was just to her another person.
Mm.
So,
More of a bond with Theo. You hear that?
Theo's got a follower.
It's just when she tried her best to friend you guys, it was really difficult for her because she most of the time in her life she's been doing stuff on her own and such. And obviously, of course, in her backstory, tried to keep a low profile so her family wouldn't find her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's why she's tried her best to, like, gain allies, such as Theo.
What did everybody think of Zabi's backstory when she accidentally set fire to that building in Mickleborough, but you didn't find out about it until later?
Oh, there was going to be issues with me and her. I thought it was the building that maybe.
You thought it was the theatre. I got
yeah.
that too, but it was actually the Wolf's Rat.
Yeah,
I wasn't too worried about that. As soon as I found out it was the Wolf Rat, I was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, lad.
The reason why the
Did
guards.
you help that bard get away? I thought, and it's like you almost killed us.
Yeah.
Like, what was your purpose? Were you trying to kill him? Were you trying to kill us? Were you helping him? I was going to go really into you one day. I was going to pick you up and hold you over that lava pit. I thought all this in my head. I thought.
Oh, I would love to see that. No, as a player, I would love to see that.
I know.
Just
Nice.
the conflict.
It's just because Zapping, if that was the situation, she would like tightly grab like his arm like a poor little kid. Like hugging it and all that, saying, "For fuck's sake!"
Oh yes, because the only problem I had at that point is because of that fire, the bard got injured, and then the kid got transferred all his
pain
in that.
Yeah.
But that was the point. I was going to lose it. Yeah, I was going to lose it because you killed that kid almost. You know, I was like, all this work I put into keeping him alive.
I'm
in
just
that.
thinking, like,
Same.
there could be the possibility that some of the fire from the wolf's rat. No, this was later on, actually, wasn't it? Wolf's rat fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was when the guards came and asked to speak to Theo and Estelle because the mercenaries were blaming them for the fire. Yeah.
No, Morwen and was it Morwen? I don't know. Was it me? It was definitely me. I remember that.
Yeah.
I think I asked Morwen to come with me, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, God. The only reason I didn't pick you up and hold you over the fire is because I knew the bard was there, and we were seemed to be trying to get Winston. It was like, I can't really do anything to give me away. Okay, I'll go try to sneak up to get to him, and then I'll sort her out
And
later
then
on.
finally he gets shot.
Yeah.
No, me trying to sneak up makes me trip over and almost fall in the lava, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was a.
But
yeah,
for Zabby, it was like, I really need to sort myself out, try to, get allies, because in her adventures, she did have allies before. It's just she hasn't seen them for a long time. Plus, her family to her is not allies to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She just basically is, you could say in some terms, the black sheep of that family.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of didn't like that lifestyle, so that's why she left with a lot of coin and something personal, basically.
Mm-hmm. So what about Dylan Trust?
Moment.
Moment.
When I think of Dylan Trust,
Oh, hang on. Maybe we should leave you until a little bit later on. Don't get the
Why?
good stuff out of the way first.
What, Theo?
Yeah, well, no, we'll do Dylan Trust, but I will say something about Dylan Trust because it's not going to be as bad as what Zeddy's going to say.
Is it? Is Zeddy's going to? You expect Zeddy to say something bad?
I expect
Wait,
Zeddy to
what?
say something bad, yeah.
Oh.
We leave my character for a little bit longer because we do have NPC characters that we need to go through.
Oh well,
as well.
yeah.
No, we'll do Dylan Trust.
We do Dylan Trust because
you made me lost my train of thought.
It's good, isn't it? It's good, isn't it?
Thanks, Lee.
Dylan Trust.
You're
When
welcome.
you think of Dylan Trust, what comes to mind?
Yeah, when I think of Dylan Trust, I think of like a little shit. Like a proper
Nice.
little kid, doesn't know what he's doing, just wants to try to be big man and steal and be like a big shot, but yet doesn't really think of the consequences in the future. It's like,
You know the best.
hasn't grown up yet. And yeah, I know he hasn't grown up because of his age and that.
I love the fact that Theo's the one, well, Lee's the one saying that, playing Theo, right? It's
Yeah.
obviously coming from Theo. And
Lee.
Dylan Trask is older than both of you.
Oh yeah, but I remember when Theo punched Dylan Trust. Yeah, in the Woodman's Town. I remember that one. I gotta punch him. I punch him. You do right. Roll. You do 4 points damage. Wow! Almost dislocate his jaw.
Oh my god.
And then Estelle had to jump in and say, "What are you doing?" That was a good bit.
Yeah, I didn't actually know whether or not to push Estelle away and then just pummel him again. I didn't know whether not to do that or if that would become a bit too much for it. Because I know, as a player, I knew he didn't have much health.
No.
And I'm thinking, God, if I keep going on this, I'll probably end up really hurting him. And then this is like guaranteed before a battle we're going to have because we're preparing men. Guaranteed we're going to have some sort of fight. And I don't really want a weakened person to help. So I was like, in my head, oh my God.
Wouldn't it have been a good idea in that respect with the fellow countrymen of that Dylan Trust, kicking about. So it's like if they see anything go too far, they wouldn't probably just stand by.
I think they would have. I don't think they liked you.
I don't think they would have.
Well, there would have been issues, yeah. But these are the same people who Estelle. You can remember the archer in the in the church tower.
Yeah.
How long have you been practicing with a bow? 150 years. Oh, it must be good.
Not the
Thanks, Lee.
Well, my bad, okay? I don't
Wait,
understand.
that's a Theo moment.
That is definitely a
Theo moment.
I'm just gonna say with the Theo one, just quickly.
Yeah.
Naive.
Naive, okay.
Naive because of that.
Okay.
But that was pretty bad, actually.
Naive
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
elves.
150 years,
No, I
it must be good.
understand.
It's like half an hour's work.
But Dylan Jazz, I found there's so many little points where I just wanted to keep hitting him. I just wanted, like a little kid, I wanted to smack him around the head or something, or put him in a corner. I wanted to I felt like I was becoming a father to a kid. I didn't
Oh
want.
God.
And then Theo's the type of father that would beat his kid. Oh.
Discipline. He's a Rohirrian as well.
Yeah, he's
Oh
Rohirrian.
shit.
I had to
Take
play
that kid
Rohirrian.
away from you now.
Oh no, he would never hit a girl. You should know that by now.
I know.
Oh, he would have been hit a long time ago.
Delia, if your a character had been male, you'd have been dead before you got to
Yeah.
Rivendell.
That's true.
By the time you got to Rivendell, you'd been had
Oh
it.
my god, yeah.
I would have punched you so many times.
You would have punched me, yeah. Go on then, mate. But anyway, on the trust moment.
Yeah.
Um, I think for Dylan Trask though, just getting back to
Yes.
that, for Dylan Trask, inexperienced.
Yeah.
What regard?
The outdoor world, I would say.
Basically, inexperience
Yeah, anything.
of the
Anything.
outside world.
Yeah. Being
Basically,
shot
enough.
in the shoulder, that was a significant moment.
That really was.
Always finding a tree to sit in. It's like,
Yeah, his fascination with trees.
Yeah.
Is there a tree
It's
nearby?
just-
Wood elf. Come on.
Yeah, no, but wood
Wood
elves
elf in
do-
the middle of town. Is there a tree nearby? There's a bench there. I want to sit in a tree.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
that
explain
is, yeah.
this. I'm going to explain this why I think I say inexperienced for Dylan Trask, because one, he hasn't experienced the quote-unquote outside world.
Mhm.
Two, not all like rogues that he would possibly meet will follow the same rules as like others and all that,
Hmm.
because sometimes there is a time and a place when you want to steal, and then there's a time and a place when you have to leave it, and also a time and place where you have to think outside of the box besides looking after yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
Wise and stuff like that. This is like Zabby's mindful, because she rather try her best to look out for others than just herself.
okay, Zelly's aware with whatever.
Yep.
Thank you, Vicky.
What's that?
Because yes, the fan of Dylan Trash.
Yeah.
The what?
Dylan Trash.
The Dylan Trash. Yeah, the Dylan Trash.
That was funny.
I like that one. That's good.
I
Dylan,
like that.
Dylan Trash. Being,
Actually, kind of interesting how you guys are saying that you think he's inexperienced, because like Whisper knows the background that I wrote for this character.
I know.
Inexperienced,
From Zabby's-
more like childish.
It's inexperienced.
I don't know. He doesn't know about horses.
oh god, yeah, the horses at Mirkwood. Do you remember that one?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hated that horse.
Why do you sit on horses? Why do you ride horses? Why do you use horses?
Then the horse just went, I'm not going any further, and took off. Yeah. It's like Dylan Trask has lost his horse.
I didn't lose my horse, I got off of my horse.
Yeah?
I said, Ed best got off horse.
Yeah. That one. Be
Can on a
short.
freaking horse.
There was a lot of Dylan Trask moments. Obviously, there was the Gremlin moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, the Gremlin moment. The
Again, no, that's like children, isn't it? It's
It
like,
is, yeah.
It's like a little
It's
boy taking
what is
like,
it?
big sister's toy away. Goes, I gotta get it. Give it back, you little gremlin.
There was a Gremlin. The turning a tree invisible. That was impressive. That was a
God, I forgot all about that.
yeah. The fight on the riverbank with the who had ownership of a certain piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
That was childish behaviour.
It's all childish, as you can tell. It's all childish mostly, anyway.
Yeah. This was like basically a half elf and an elf arguing over a freaking piece of paper. I know my character wasn't
went-
there, but if she did see that,
It went
be
on
like-
further than that because he also got a piece of paper, but he also got like a bracelet as well. Like when they were going through the Northern Rohan, where the farmsteads
oh,
were.
God.
Do you remember the bracelet? Had a bracelet that had a name
It's
on
on
it.
his body. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I've just looked. It's not him. Oh, hang on. Let me look and just try to slide it back on his arm.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of arguing between other players and Dylan Trust, or other characters in Dylan Trust over
Probably
who,
the
who
worst
had
person.
who had possession of a ward. Yeah.
But Estelle had already done the dream about it and knows all about this person with the bracelet. It's like the one thing she knew this person was meant to have is the bracelet, and yet it just that one, because Dylan Trust didn't know, it was this one thing. It was like, that's cool. I'm gonna take that just because I can. He doesn't need it, you know. And then try to make up this bullshit story about, oh, maybe we should give it to the wife or blah blah blah. You know, he doesn't need it.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. There was a lot of taking of things, and like that's mine. I want that back, kinda.
I think I only took from elves.
I'm just thinking the Zabby only take only for purpose. That's it.
Yeah. Only took from elves.
Seriously, you only take things for a purpose. So.
Dylan Trust doesn't take things for a purpose. He just takes them because he wants them. It's like, oh, I want that. That's
which one moment I would think about if I think about Dylan Trust is literally the whole when you went into the gamblers area or whatever it was called.
Yeah, that speaking.
Trying to be invisible and you try to sneak in past that stupid dwarf or whatever.
My father's in there. Just let me go get in.
That was terrible. That was like
trying to be a boy.
I'm a real boy.
He didn't manage to get in. He did manage to get in though.
Yeah, but only when invisible.
Only we could get in. Yeah, that was really bad.
It was still fun though.
Oh yeah, you had some fun moments.
I got to do that, and it was so much fun. And little ruse have worked. I would have literally been shocked beyond
you're not a very good military commander though, is he, Dylan Trust? Is he?
No.
Is any of them? Are any of us?
Dylan Trust was. I think Dylan Trust was the worst. Especially when he's trying to command his small group of archers to attack the other orc archers, and the orcs just racing towards him.
Them to do that. I gave them specific tasks. I didn't say go into combat. I think you'll find that was Theo in a.
You were running away.
No, he's on about when you had your group and you're saying pull back, make lines and that, because by that time I wasn't nowhere near to find you, you know.
Yeah. It was a strategic retreat. Run away. Yeah.
Go back, get those men out of the harm, and then another set of arrows come over. Oh, pull back instead. Actually, pull back.
Yeah. Oh, they were fun bits.
Because I know that you're kind of sitting there on something.
What?
What do you think of Dylan Trust?
What, me?
Or what comes to mind when you think of Dylan Trust?
I did say one already, which was the gambling den.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I had another one in my head, but I think it's escaped me. Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. When fighting the guy down in the ditch near the mining area.
Oh yeah.
Give me my scythe back.
Stick it up your shoulder.
Never got it back. Got a big ass wound. Then tries to get it stitched. Didn't ask for anesthetic or anything. Passes out. Was dragging halfway across the land towards Theo. Decides to get off, walk back, and then starts walking back anyway.
You know, I think I found Dylan Trust playing as quite a drama queen almost. Really, the moments of it being real. You've only cut yourself. What are you doing? Oh, I'm passing out. Oh. He falls face on the ground.
It's because he rolled, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, rolled poorly.
Yeah, they were the best ones. Yeah. Oh god. Who else we got to do? Who else?
Hold on, I haven't said.
Oh, go on then. Come on, Jay. Where do you think if you're playing Dylan Trust?
Has to be those two instances. One, after walking along and hearing Theo and Zabby having a go and just going, not gonna go in there. Just one, Galadriel's villa.
Yeah.
The other one has to be also at Galadriel's villa when Dylan Trask and Estelle finally have a moment.
That was the other. That's the one that escaped me. Was it when you left the dinner table
Oh,
and you
yeah.
went outside and then Estelle, I went out a while after.
I thought that was a bit of a shit move on Galadriel's part. Like Dylan Trask is being very kind and courteous to her and like honourable and whatnot, and she's just kind of being snot nosed.
That's something we both aimed in common. We did like Gladio.
I get shot in the shoulder by your daughter, and yet you still snub me. All right, well, fuck you. But I actually did enjoy that because Dylan Trask had been completely rotten to himself, like up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice to have that moment and like show the listeners, viewers, whatever, that he doesn't constantly hate her.
Yeah.
Oh, did Whisper already do the Dylan Trask?
Yeah, like I said, I
Yeah.
mentioned several. The Gremlin moment, the riverbank scene, the crappy commander,
Everyone's done it. Everyone done
Yeah.
Dylan Trask?
Yes.
pretty much.
Morwen.
Morwen.
Oh, too long.
Theo.
Theo.
Go Theo. Because I don't think I can stay up much longer, guys. I'm getting quite tired.
Okay.
Oh no!
We got two really good questions after, so you have to stay around for at least them.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay, I'm going to start with Theo. Entertaining moments for me for Theo has to be when he's trying to entertain the children and falls
Oh,
into
God, the
lake.
wall.
Yeah, the wall. That's a big one for me.
The wall in the
I think
kitchen.
of Theo and I think about
Yes.
wall.
Yep. Yep.
The complete disdain when it comes to Estelle. Like he just kind of walks off from her.
Oh, yeah. I just walk off. Yeah.
Olwe.
Oh, the kicking.
Yeah, when he kicked Olwe.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't kick her. Oh, she's like a little wimp.
That's you.
In recording, I went back and listened to it. I say I kick her on the leg, but not hard, like just to wake her up that I tap sort of thing.
Kicker.
One last thing that nobody really seemed to pick up on, when we eventually got back to Rohan, he never really said his full name, he just said Theo.
Yeah.
Never said Theolof.
Theolaf Medwin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rest of his name is kind of thing.
It's hard to find my rest of the name when it's on a gravestone.
Oh.
Nobody picked up on that at all. My favourite things about Theo, plus the fact that he was a bit of a jerk sometimes, but also very playful.
I think because it got glanced when we introduced ourselves, especially for my character anyway, for when we did it. Because it was, at the time, it was just me and Lee.
Yeah.
And so, like, it just glossed to formalities of just, like, what should I call you? You know?
Yeah, but I
And
always
then just
gave my
stuck it
full
there.
name to certain people. Yeah, I always told them my full first name. I never said, "Oh, just call me Theo," unless it was like, "Oh, it's a bit of a party." So, "Oh, you can just call me Theo," though, because saying my full name in a combat situation is not good. But
Right.
if I ever did my name, I did it to the bartender. I did it to you. I did it to.
So Estelle knows.
Yeah, you know my full name.
Okay.
Most of the party knows my full name. I think
Yeah.
Dylan Traz and Zabby probably don't know my last name. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember if I told them my last
I
name.
don't know.
I probably did, but
You probably might have. Yeah, I would imagine you would have. Yeah.
One other small thing that pops up for Theo for me is the scene in the Hall of the Elven King.
Which
making me stand around naked all day.
No.
Oh my God.
When you fall to your feet and you're like, no.
Oh yeah, that damn bard. Moments I was going to break down. Oh.
that's all we throw it out. The one bit that sticks out for when I think of Theo is Wait, does that mean he's just broken my parasol? Yeah, the guy's just gone straight through it.
There's another one I kind of go by this. Bad luck.
Bad luck, yeah. A lot of bad luck. That's his
entire
story.
thing. All the way through. It's bad luck.
Bad luck. All the way through it, he lost his horses, got broken parasol, lost his horses, fell in the
Lost
river.
my stuff, had to drop my pot, my shield, all the
Yeah,
items
dropped the
I've given
pot,
to the
yeah.
others.
Aww.
He got knocked unconscious by Morwen, and yeah,
Yeah.
all just a complete series of bad luck all the way through.
Lost the child that he was looking after. Oh, God.
Yeah, just a whole string of bad luck.
Aww, poor
Vicky just
Terrible.
putting, we have like Vicky who's like partially listening in as well.
Yeah.
She's like just putting some random
Yeah.
fan art in just to remind us what her favourite parts of it was, and yeah.
Oh, they were good.
I,
Rip, cooking pot, yeah.
Rip cooking. Well, yeah.
I think of Theo. Yeah, the
Uh.
parasol. Horses.
Mm.
You getting drunk on very, very, very early on. You got drunk on apple cider. And you
It wasn't
drooled all over
apple
the pillow.
cider, it was a special type of cider.
It was,
Didn't have no
It
hangover.
was still cider.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was crushed apple juice.
And
kind
you
of
got
thing,
drunk on it.
Very medicinal.
It was very strong.
Hanging on to the edge of a bottomless pit kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Trying to explain to Estelle how he got into that position. That was interesting.
Mm. You know, when I think of Theo, I always think of the ball moment where I'm sort of going to try to entertain the kids, fall with the wall,
Yeah,
Just-
straight over it.
ass of himself. But then it sort of goes with Theo's entire thing. He always seems to make an ass of himself, but yet he always tries to do the right thing. So even when Estelle shouts at him and calls him a dick, he tries to go and find the information for her.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like,
Walking
I
out of
forget to
town,
tell you or something. It's
screaming
like-
that
Another
woman's
moment I
name.
think of Theo
Yeah,
walking away
and screaming.
from me.
You
Walking
know
away
why?
from situations when you don't get the answer right at that moment that you want it, to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to even bother after a certain point
And
that I'm
this
going to
is
walk
what
away.
And this is what I mean with Estelle, that she's trying to explain something, but it doesn't come out.
See,
No,
the thing is,
yeah.
Zeddy, I spent all this time waiting for you to tell me answers and that, and then after a certain point, I decided, okay, if I don't get it like first or second try, I'm just going to turn my character away and do something else. It's more productive for me to actually go and get my food
Yeah.
or something, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what Theo did. He was like, right, okay, he's just going to walk around now.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
No, I get it.
Theo's
Turn the left cheek, you know?
No, I wouldn't say turn the left cheek. Like turn to alcoholism.
No, see,
Almost
he
to a
didn't drink
point.
nearly as much as he wanted to. That was the problem.
I know, but it's like I need to find a bar. I need to find a bar. I need to have a drink.
That was always the priority, to find a fucking bar.
Yeah, find the bar.
Find the bar. That's where the best quests come from.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think of Theo and I think of it like almost like a bloody clown jester, you know. Bad
yeah.
luck for sure. Yeah, he's got bad luck. He's had bad luck. His bad luck's never going to change. Even though he's in a nice manor house now and he's meant to be looking after people, well, that's technically bad luck.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll move on to the next two questions because I know Jade's wanting to get some sleep. So what's the?
Okay, so the next question is: do you think you will all meet up again?
Yes.
God, I hope not.
God, I hope so.
Only certain people, yes.
Well,
Only
I will
certain
say
people,
I will
okay.
have a room ready for you all to come and stay.
A room ready. Okay.
I think
Wow.
it's
He's already planning it, is he?
Cass can get away from Theo, he will be away from him. It's like
He had
okay,
every opportunity to get away from Theo.
He came back to me.
not like that. Like as soon as like Dylan Trask knows that Theo's okay, that the girl's okay, if the girl doesn't give him over like the Silmaril that she's carrying, because well, it was never really said that it was the Silmaril out loud, you know, but we all kind of says to herself, you know,
Yeah.
oh, she's carrying the silver. If he can get the opportunity to get that from her, and then he'd be like legging it out of there as fast as his
Thievery again.
well, not thievery. I think he would just want to take that away, a place that nobody would, well, not necessarily nobody would go to, but take it somewhere that would be slightly more safe than where it is. Like maybe take it towards the Far Hardans or somewhere else, that just somewhere where you wouldn't think to look for it, kind of thing.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the doorstep of the area where you want to look at is usually the last place you would look at for the key.
Why would you put it, like, from what we understand about a place like the Far Hardans, why would you want to go to a place like that? It's got sand and it's quite desolate and...
Well, yeah, but there's loads of mercenaries over there.
Did you not? You went into like a deserty area.
Dylan Trust said Dylan Trust spent a good
That's what I mean.
portion of time over there.
And yet came back with nothing. All he did is he found these 2 scythes and he's like, wow, yeah, this reminds me of that desert place. Can't remember what I did there, but I look at these.
No, he got his shotgun over in the Far
Oh, you got a shotgun. You did get
Oh, that was it. Yeah, you got your shotgun. So you went to the far, wherever it is, and then
It was a long.
your shotgun.
yeah,
And thought,
a
I'm
long-
just looking at. You walked the entire route, just looking at this shotgun, not looking around you, just at this shotgun.
It was a long trip to the shops, like, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah. I must get
He
the milk.
probably did more stuff over there, but he just, like, none of you guys...
Oh yeah, you
asked.
probably just haven't put that in. So yeah, do you think? What was the question again? Do you think you'll
Do you
ever?
think you guys meet up again?
Meet up
I
again,
think
that's it.
you probably will.
Yes.
I definitely will send memos to everyone. To try and
Memos.
actually meet up.
Memos.
I will send messages.
Nanos.
You'll get Freya to type them up or
Messengers.
something.
Yeah.
You made my big fancy manor house.
Because I know like people have gone to Farbard, so I probably will try to make my way over that way because I've got to go back to bloody Rivendell to see if my other horse is here yet. So
I want to know what happened with Theo's other horse. Like, because like we would all joke about it like after recording, saying, "Oh, so one horse is already back and it's happy in Rivendell, whereas the other one is out saving the world elsewhere."
Out saving the world.
Worked out to save this week that horse.
Somebody could probably write a story, couldn't they, about the
The
lost
Adventures of Peter's
Adventures.
Horse. Horse Adventures.
Yeah.
Sing around.
What about Estelle? Do you think was it meet up again? Would you guys like to meet up
The
again?
question was, would anybody want to ever meet?
Well,
up?
remember after I dealt with what I did at the end, I was gonna go and find Theo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
boy,
she's just going to leave the rest of the town in the
In absolute bombs.
There's still orcs there. And
I was gonna say, oh boy, Gabby has to travel with her all the way to try and find Theo. She's not.
which actually, do you guys even know where Theo is?
I know where I left you. And then Morwen
Oh,
told us.
Morwen, yeah.
Yeah, if we can somehow get like Morwen like back up, which I hopefully hope that they did.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
she would give information of where Theo whereabouts would be around that time, and then they would just go off like that. Basically enough.
I'll put the kettle on.
Yeah, you'll get Freya to put the kettle on.
Yeah, well, yeah, after she's been disciplined.
Oh god.
Right, what's the next question? And then I'm off to bed.
Yeah, so the last question I had, and this is mainly just directed straight for Zeddy.
Oh, there you go.
I know, it sounds really bad. But the question is, do you think you had, like, no, hang on, where is it? I was reading the wrong one there. Okay, here it is.
Do you think?
I know, I started reading the one we've already read.
Oh.
So, did you plan to be working with the Black Priestess all along? As did you
Ooh.
even have any intentions of actually harming
I was wondering
her?
when their questions about her were going to come up.
Yeah. So did you have any intentions of actually harming her, or were you secretly working with her from the get-go?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Were you working with the priestess, Black Priestess, from the get-go? Or were you, like, just suddenly appearing and going along with whatever just happened at the end? Like, were you secretly working?
Yeah,
It was spontaneous.
I think in basic words is, were you allied to the Black Priestess or not?
No, I understood. It's just...
Yeah.
I just wanted Lee to repeat that, so I understood. I heard what he said, because...
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said it simply because some people, you know, don't understand.
Go on, Estelle. Are you in cahoots?
So were you allied to the Black Priestess?
No, Estelle wasn't allied to the Black Priestess 100%, not at all.
Okay.
Did you plan on actually hurting her? Did you plan on attacking her at any point?
Come on, spill the beans.
I'm so Estelle's so worried of the situation. Like, I would, like, if she wasn't so, like, intimidating, showing the power that we've seen throughout the adventure.
Well, yeah, but we haven't seen anything throughout the adventure.
Well, I saw bits. You can feel it. You can feel that she can. You can
feel
shit.
that around like most of the bloody people that have got magical abilities. Like, this is one thing I didn't quite get.
People of magic
we were
are
all
dangerous.
after Winston, for one purpose. I was after him because he hurt the kid. Winston died. I had no other purpose. The only reason I would then attack the priestess was because she's attacked my people. And if she was there, then she was the commander. But because she wasn't physically in that battle, I had no ill thing against her.
Ooh.
Theo had nothing against the priestess. She was just a fine looking
Is it
body.
because... yeah, I was going to say, is it because you had that peeky hole and you saw how her body is? You're thinking of... Theo's thinking with his doodad.
Brain number 2.
Brain number 2.
Okay, and I'm dropping the mic. I'm out, guys.
Hi,
Good
night.
Good night. Oh, good lord.
But seriously, like, I wanted the opportunity to probably, if somehow I would get her off guard, that I could kill her reservation or something. But she probably will resist it. And
but you even said to go, like, you were going to go on your own. So, like, surely if you thought that you were going to attempt to do that, wouldn't you having the others with you be better than saying, "Oh, you could wait with my mother"?
It was more so that because I felt like she wouldn't really do anything to me.
Why not? I mean, if your blood there
because of what she knows. I don't think she would do anything to me.
But was it not your blood that they were after, like your family's blood?
Should I say?
Well,
you're making some kind of an assumption.
I'm hoping for the moment where we do someone that,
well, here's the thing. Was that little girl related to you?
Yes.
Yeah, so why was she after your family's blood? Yeah, obviously it was, I know.
Okay, I'll say
it's a thing. So why wouldn't she not preserve you and take you?
My family line was important.
Yeah, so it's still your bloodline. So why wouldn't she just preserve you? Like, she's taking you away on your own. Come on, Estelle, we've got something to do. I'll preserve you. Okay, now you can't move.
Because I'd rather get answers first before I try to kill her, okay? Maybe there'll be an agreement. We could come to an agreement.
But you know she was after your bloodline. And yet you're like saying, "Oh, don't kill me," but there's that little girl still. Or did you just completely forget about the little girl?
No. I didn't completely forget about the little girl. Nah.
That was the one thing that stuck in my mind where I thought, she's walking with this person. I don't care if she's actually got like truth. Why was she like helping her get her own family then? I didn't get that.
Because I wanted the mum away.
Yeah, but you're saying like how important your family is, and there's a young girl here who is your bloodline. Like, well,
she's all the way around the world that you think I could, because I don't know what you've done if you've met with the girl yet or anything. I was gonna ask her about it. There were so many questions that I wanted to ask her. First off, considering the kind of actions she's taking, and it was confusing to me.
Confusing for everyone.
It's confusing for everyone. So I wanted to stay as long as possible to see what she would do before I make what I would do. And get answers at the same time.
She did what she...
Because she seems willing to just speak like normal, like we're normal buddies, biddy buddy buddies.
Buddies.
I will say, I'm a bit disappointed that I killed the gingerhead mercenary because I wanted to ask him a few questions, but I know the time was a bit pushed for it. But I couldn't really talk to him while we were in the middle of battle, but I wanted to ask him who he was working for, because technically I know the young child was brought here by this man and the priestess, but I didn't know what for. And I know it's the bloodline, but again, I don't know what for. I don't know what purpose this bloodline has. Why is it the only thing that can open the doorway? Why is it something that they're only after? I mean, surely if she's got space, I thought originally she was part of your bloodline.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm disappointed that I killed the gingerhead guy and I couldn't get the answer I wanted.
Ah.
But I'm even more disappointed that there was no battle in between that last big thing that I had a battle. Thank God. I was happy. If I didn't go out with a fight at the end, I would have been absolutely furious. I would have taken the battle to someone because I wanted to hit something. I hadn't been in the battle for ages. It's just talking and talking and talking. I was I want to kill something. I want to hit something. I don't care. But yet, Estelle, Zabi, and Ui, that last section, it was just, I rushed your child. Okay, everything blown up. Oh, Morn's dead. Okay, she's alive.
Okay, she's alive. What?
Dead.
Well, she's not
Well,
quite alive.
She's currently in comatose.
Well, yeah, she's alive.
Well, yeah. I suppose
has
not
a chance
not
to
dead.
live.
Not dead is the same
She's
as.
not dead.
You did that thing where it stops the soul leaving the body,
Yes.
and then preserve the body, and then
Yes.
you've got to heal it
Yeah.
for 7 days.
Preservation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So she's technically alive because she ain't going to die anymore.
Oh, she's technically alive because she's not dead. Yeah. She's not looking too great though.
That's right. She needs to
Well,
scrub
of
up.
course, but we'll never know, shall we?
So, yeah, I'm quite happy that I got to battle, but how bad was it that you guys didn't actually get a proper fight?
I
Like,
felt
how-
like I was robbed of the ending that it was necessary,
Necessary.
left to end on a cliffhanger that it was a letter, and the little sneaky little whisper narration at the end. I feel robbed.
Well, I can't remember what the whisper narration was at the end
I
anymore.
didn't even get to see Saruman, Estelle, or see the priestess doing it. She just went off like poof. I'm like, well, hi. Fine, tell me, put the kids in the house.
I'll tell you what, though.
Uh-huh.
If that red sleeve is still from Winston and he's come back somehow, or she's brought him back from the other side,
From lava
I-
pit.
will be fuming.
I'll be pissed too.
Theo is going
I'm
to go.
surprised that didn't. I'm surprised there was no question about that.
livid because
Well, it
I'll
was, but
get to
you
kill him
said-
again, and then this time it'll be my EXP, not Nostarel's.
I'm detecting a little bit of annoyance here.
I don't know why you're moaning so much about XP. You leveled up so quickly.
I actually did, yeah.
But there's me and
Slowed down.
Demon that
It's
can't
slowed-
do anything because you
It
guys
slowed
keep
down
shooting
by
and
the
everything.
end because there was no battles.
Well, that's right. You were still like a whole level above us.
That doesn't bother me that she got all the EXP. It was what really bothered me was that she was down on the body nicking shit off it before I could.
Good.
Feeling
Still needs it.
God, I remember you two when we were in that church and we were trying to.
Oh yeah,
interrogate
that
the
was a bit.
mercenary.
That was very Game of Thrones, wasn't it?
That was actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I was prepared to do even worse stuff to him as well. Like, I was really going to go for it if he wasn't going to talk. Luckily, a broken finger seemed to do it. And then I get the dagger and I just drive it through his stomach.
Was it Melvin that broke his finger?
No, I did.
No.
No, I'm stealing that kill, Lee. Sorry.
Hey?
No, I said I wasn't going to kill him. Yeah, I promised him I wasn't going to kill him. I didn't say anything about you guys, so that was fine. No, I didn't lie.
Wait, which one?
The mercenary in the
In the church, in the
Church.
wood town.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that was very Game of Thrones, wasn't it? Yeah.
I slit
At
his
least,
throat.
at least I was nice after it and kind of like gave the blacksmith something. It's like, you know, I'd made friends with the blacksmith and it was like, oh, poor guy, he's lost his business. Here's something to try and get your business again. Poor guy.
and they're just stuck in a building watching balls fall down on houses.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Silly, was that the point when you were trying to say that that wasn't your fault? It was Lee's fault for making you believe that the archer was actually good at being an archer.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah,
He persuaded me with his
it was.
his words.
Well,
now
yeah, I've
we
been
know.
practicing for 150 years.
Well, to be honest, to me that's a lot. That's a long time. I could be really good at 150 years practice.
Why, for me, who hasn't done archery as long as he had, can do the same thing? Obviously, time doesn't matter for an elf. Can't
Well,
do
apparently
shit
not.
for 150 years.
I knew how long you've been playing with a bow, and I thought, you've only just started with a bow. He's got to be better if he's been at least 150
Yes.
years.
I had the same logic when you told me.
Oh, good! I'm so pleased with you!
Same logic. Oh, God.
But no, he was the same.
Oh, the day. Oh, yeah, how long were those people in Rivendell playing with bows?
Wasted.
The ones that pointed up in the bell tower they shot. How long were they, do you reckon?
How long they been in Rivendell?
No, how long have they been playing with a bow?
Oh, yeah, you just millennia. Yeah.
What's that, 10,000 years?
I guess it must be the human side
No,
of
millennia
me
is
that
1,000 years, so-
instantly learned how to use a bow.
The third age, the year is 3019, 3018, 3019 of the third age, and they moved into Rivendell in 1000 of the first age. So yeah, at least 7,000 years Rivendell's been there.
It's a shame, because a human can spend maybe 30 years and it'd be excellent.
Yeah.
But if an elf is doing that constantly over 100 years or a millennium, then
Millennia, yeah.
They need
look
a
at how
hobby.
good they can be.
They need a hobby. But they're playing chess. That's
Yeah, they need another hobby. Something a bit more fast-paced.
Look at how good Legolas is, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't just been sitting on his hands for millenniums.
Yeah, but wasn't he something like only 500 or 600 years old or something?
Constantly practicing.
Something like that, yeah. He's not.
He's quite a young elf,
He's
though,
a
isn't
young elf. He's not as old as Arwen or anybody like that. Yeah, he's not that.
And didn't he start off with a sword?
Who?
No.
Legolas.
Wasn't he started off with a sword until after he left his father, and then he got a bow? Wasn't that right?
Always had a bow.
I think. Nah, he made it. I
I
don't
know
know
he
which one
had a bow.
He
but
had
I
a
think
bow.
He preferred swords.
He made
when
preferred
was
swords. Yeah, I
when
don't think there's
father's
much
thing, and then when he left, he then became a bowman.
much detail in that kind of thing. But when he went in search of Aragorn, I don't know. I don't think there's anything definitive to say which one he preferred. But he used both. Oh, I don't know which one he preferred.
I'll tell you one of the other things I always remember is I throw the bar stool at that guy.
It's just, oh yeah.
Defining
what's
moment
your
of
throwing?
Theo.
Oh yeah, minus
I'll
25.
pick up the bar stool and I'll throw it. Okay, what's your throw? Oh.
Minus 25 or something.
This is not going in a straight line.
I
Yeah.
had to drag that dwarf away, help the dwarves.
Patois.
And
Opinion of
Esther was
of you.
crawling behind the bar, moving backwards and forwards on all fours. Yeah.
What about the point where it was like, did we just kill her? Did we kill Ollie?
Did we just kill we? That was on the trapdoors. Yeah. That was it. On the barrels.
Who said that?
That was you.
Me.
When we were fighting, well, we were running away from the spiders.
Oh, yeah.
Underground.
And
And
the book.
there was the trap door sort of thing, and I figured
think
out
I
that if
said-
I pulled the
I
lever,
think
it
it was-
opens up.
I think I said, did we just kill Orby?
Yeah, did we just kill Ollie? But it was the book. Remember the
Because
book?
we didn't know what the trapdoor did. We just went, well,
I told you to stand on it, and I pulled it.
yeah.
And then it just disappeared and you went down. That's that water.
Oh yeah, the praying before we landed into the water.
That water ride.
And I was protecting the book the entire time.
The book
Right.
that you and Olby were giggling about nearly all night.
Yeah! Defining moment, us giggling at night about the book. About a defining moment of Ollie for me was that
Yeah.
What are you doing? As I climb in the window. She's staying outside.
It's quite weird because you think about all the moments we've had, and then you think about like Dylan Trans and Zabby. They weren't really with us for that long. You think about how far we travelled.
No.
You, me, and Nori, and then like how far Dylan Trans and Zabby joined in. They really weren't that long. Like,
yeah.
No, they
all
missed out.
the stuff we did.
They missed out on a big chunk of stuff. Goblin Town and Rivendell and
Oh, Muckabury was my favourite place.
Micklebury.
Yeah,
Micklebury.
Muckabury was good. Muckabury was
I might go
There's-
retire there.
There's so many characters in Micklebury. There's a lot of characters and a lot of things happening.
I like Rose. She was cool.
Yeah.
Rose?
Oh, the children's mother. Grandmother.
Oh yeah!
I remember.
Okay.
Do you remember the drinking in the bar, and then Estelle just comes in through the door?
Like an angry wife.
Oh, yeah. God,
And
that
you're
was
like,
something.
hey, you're still over here! Look
You're-
who I met! That guy you like!
the guy you like, and Estelle's like, "What have you been doing? You just miss it. You're drinking all day."
Oh, bring in the missus. Or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Whisper's comment as one of the NPCs
trouble with the
or
missus
something.
or something.
Trouble with...
Yeah.
God, it was like a proper married couple at that point, though. It was like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shipping. Another thing, the running gag that ended up being a running gag with the, do they always do that?
Are they always like this? Yeah.
Are they always like this? Yeah.
Yes.
Morwen to Ollie, then didn't trust to Morwen.
Yeah.
Didn't trust Zoe then.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, God. No, it was quite funny
Savvy
moments,
did
actually.
Yeah.
They're always like this. And then me and Seth. That's probably why I ship them so hard.
Do you remember the?
And I'm not alone in that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, loads of people did it. Yeah.
Do you remember the breakfast room in Rivendell?
The one when I wanted to get out and...
Yeah, they wouldn't let you leave.
We waited 45 minutes.
I said, "Shut
5
up!
more
For
minutes."
God's sake, Theo, will you please shut the f up?" Because
Oh yeah, I was trying to listen, and then I literally, and then Thea's like, what did I say? What did I say? Shut the F up!
The worst thing is because I asked you to listen as well.
Yeah!
Can you hear and see what
Like,
they're saying?
do you want
Then
me
you're
to
like, hang
listen
on.
or not?
Can you hear? Can you hear them? Can you hear them? Shut up. Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Change that word, please.
Change the what?
I misspelled a word to
Hey, sorry. Whoops. Didn't really realize that I misspelled that there.
Misspelled. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can edit your
it's
post.
alright. Just edit.
But yeah, oh my god, there's so many moments. Like,
Oh.
I think, you know, when Pia was in bed, and we were out, and you were brushing your hair, drying the hair, and like looking into the fireplace.
Yeah.
That was going to be a good moment, but then
Oh,
time caught up with it so quickly. It was
Oh
like,
yeah.
The arrows
Some
are quickly
gigglings
being
from the
spread up now.
listeners and gigglings from the way the pioneers a whisper. Die.
Oh, it could have been
Jay.
a nice moment.
Could have been. Ah, that's the regret. Is that I wanted to say more then.
What about Esther climbing the rope in the gymnasium at Rivendell?
Yeah.
My character never really saw that or knew nothing about it, so...
Thanks, Aragon.
I remember
Stand
that.
up guy.
Yeah.
The fact that I kind of like, oh wait, he's like there, like below. Like I was kind of went along with it and said because of how surprised I was when you said he was just literally there. I was like, wait, what? Like I would, and then I pictured like yeah, Estelle would like go like freaking what?
Yeah.
So I
Aragorn's
went
just a
along with
big-ass
that, and
bird.
that was a good moment. I like that. Improv at its finest. It's like, how did he get in without me noticing?
Leave the door. Leave the door.
He just, like, I was so confused. Like, was he like really near me, like at the door? Or,
Yeah. And the
I was in the room, like
I think of
freaking out. I didn't
the
even hear
other.
him.
There's so many. There's so many. There's like hundreds of really good moments. The one.
If only we could draw them all.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you
And
remember
do
the
like a
time
s-
fighting Aragorn?
Time fighting Aragorn.
I
Yes.
was having a little sparring match with Aragorn.
He taught
and
you
he
how
was
to
like,
parry.
So, do you come here often then?
Trying to talk as you're parrying.
Parrying. Taught you to put the
Oh,
parrying skill.
You come
Yeah.
here often question.
You come
I
here.
think that was one of the best things about Rivendell was getting to hear you guys kind of being trained. The best of it was I didn't need to be trained at all. I came already trained. So.
You came to the level that we were at the time, you know.
Yeah.
This is back in level 0.
Yeah. It was like it was very
Which was
early on.
fun because then I didn't need to learn how to use the shotgun because, like, well, it's
No,
pretty damn
yeah.
easy. You just throw it. The same goes with the size. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't get enough to. Well, that's one thing that I actually regret is not really getting the opportunity to learn how to use them while we were in Rivendell. Not Rivendell, sorry.
Warview.
In Wallview.
Oh no,
Where?
Lothlorien.
That's one.
Yep.
If we had more
In
time at
Wallview.
Lothlorien,
Oh,
I would
no,
have hopefully tried to have found some person that would know how to use them, because that was the one thing that I felt really, really sorry for after doing it for Whisper, because I always picked I picked 2 really obscure weapons, you know, like that are not commonly seen in Middle Earth, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh crap, I picked weapons that you wouldn't normally find, you know. They may exist, but you wouldn't normally find them.
You don't
So
normally find them, but the
chances of finding the teacher that can teach you how to use them.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not. You didn't need to find a scythe wielder. You just needed someone who could use either daggers or small, pointy objects. You know.
Yeah. Stabby thing.
Yeah.
And use 2 of them. And a lot of elves do carry 2 daggers or two sidearms of some sort. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No. Well.
But I picked up 2 whips.
Yeah.
Oh god, the
Yeah.
whips.
He's
Yeah.
got his kinky stuff now.
Way.
Do you
Which
remember?
you didn't use at all, I don't think, in the battle, did you?
Oh, you did. You used them right at the end.
Well, no, but that was to escape. He didn't use it in the battle, though, did he? Or did he? Did you?
He cracked.
did you do?
He cracked one of his whips right next to the guy's ear.
Oh no, I don't count that.
Oh, you don't count that one, okay.
Because he wasn't trying to physically hit him. He actually said, "I'm just going to try crack it near his ear to make him scared." Yet he was already bleeding out in pain, dying. It's like,
Oh, yeah,
no
yeah.
more could be done to him.
He's been hit
You know,
a couple of times by you.
physically using it as a weapon. I don't think you did yet, did you?
Don't think so.
Which I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to see you try to choke someone with it, or like proper
The
slash his
chances,
eye.
like, you got him down on like the ground long before I could actually crack. Kind of thing.
No, but there were the other guys around you, which I thought you were going to start attacking.
It's predominantly using my shotgun at that point.
Hmm. I remember. Does anybody remember sausages?
We got 3 sausages, so yeah.
Well, not so much the butcher, because we always remember the butcher. We'll never forget the butcher. Yeah. The Butcher of Arbad. That doesn't like the title doesn't really. But Estelle, sausages are ready.
Oh, the ruin tower area. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that was a mess up. I probably would have done that again.
You're like, no. Every orc, every goblin in the place.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just so happy that the 6 on the other side, or no, the 9 on the other side didn't hear us.
Oh, they're all asleep.
Thank God.
Estelle was trying to explain something, saying, "Oh, there's something over on this side or something like that," and you turned around and said, "Yeah, but there's 9 orcs sleeping on that side."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a miracle we haven't woken them up yet. And then I friggin' took that crown. I couldn't resist. Had to.
What the?
And the door. We knew there was a secret door there, but we could never figure out how to open it, which sucked ass.
We were nearly there though.
I don't think we were
But
nearly
you took
there.
the gold off the
No.
statue.
I don't think we were nearly there. I think we were
No.
looking at it all wrong.
It's a gold chain, when it gold chain.
No, you were nearly there.
I'll have the
You were
gold
nearly
chain.
there.
And then
We were just thinking of things wrongly.
the statue comes alive, and you're running back to the exit, and then Estelle says, "Oh, there's that alcove you wanted to check out earlier." No time now.
Oh, God, for that.
Just keep going. No time
Wait,
now.
what about this? No, it's like, wait, what about this alcove we were supposed to look at? No time and now. Just run. Just run, Estelle.
I kind of wish I knew about your preserve thing. Maybe it would have worked on him.
No, it's a living creature, not
Wait.
a stone statue.
There's just contractors, isn't he?
Nah,
They
that's not.
found the White Spider Queen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wanted to. I want.
I'm not leaving this place without the white spider. That's what Theo said. No matter
Yes,
what.
White Spider.
I'm not leaving this place without the white spider, no matter what.
Unfortunately, that matter what way.
Next episode, we're leaving.
No. It wasn't we're leaving. It's okay. I've got to go because I said, I've got
It's
no health.
kind of
I've
thanks
got
to
no
Morwen
life.
tripping and hitting him on the head, and I had to heal both of you.
Oh, 1 hit point.
Yeah.
I'm a good healer. I'm a great healer. 1 hit point.
Frickin' dice.
By the time
man.
she had finished with me, I had like 12 hit points. It's like, okay, well, if I get hit one more time, that's it. I'm dead. So there's no point me trying because you're losing your MP now because we're only just like level 4, maybe
Oh,
3.
it sapped your place. That place literally sapped your powers. Yeah.
And then after that, it got so much more points.
Mm.
Thanks to the loot.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, I would have been one of, like I've said multiple times before, I would have been the one to stay. It's just we would have to sleep overnight in the alcove halfway away. And we will do a watch, make sure no one's coming that way, because there was a one we were in, like, the alcove.
We were still
bit
in their territory, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You were still in like deep.
So, like,
deep
once
trouble.
we are all, like, fresh, the next day, we could go further.
But no, the next day, your magical abilities wouldn't have come until the sunlight hit you.
Until dawn. Yeah.
Yeah. Until the sun hits your body, you don't get your MP back. You could be underground all like
Yeah, we
2-3
just walk
days.
outside.
But
get
we
the
were so
points,
far away from walking outside.
Then we just walk back.
Do you realise how long it took us to walk up to the end?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Took like half a day, right?
Yeah.
Half a day.
Exactly. We'll run back.
Run back. I thought that place, like, because when I explained it, it was like all different levels was figured or worked towards breaking down, like taking away one thing from you. The first one was all the traps to basically just let you just take all the items off you. Yeah. You lost the cooking pot. Somebody lost their shoes. Can you remember who lost their shoes? Oh, there we go. Dylan Trask lost his shoes.
Nice bit of acid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the acid pit, wasn't it? Oh my god, I was panicking so hard over that.
What? My boots! My boots!
The boots, the only things that give me +10 movement.
Fucking boots.
I take them off, and then I don't get damaged, but then that puts me down to a minus 30 movement. It's like, oh no.
Did my boots give me like what? Oh, or are you talking about your boots?
No, your boots were normal. Yours were like just normal shoes, but my boots, because we had to do it over. You were over, and we were like, "How'd you get over there?" And he's like, "Oh, it's acid, is it? Okay."
Yeah.
It still jumped over. Maureen, no. Maureen? Was it Maureen by that time? Yeah, Maureen.
Yeah,
jumped
Maureen was there,
over. She fell in it, didn't Maureen? Fell in it.
Moen. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure she gnarly. I was the one who walked through it.
You just walk through it. I just walk through it.
Yeah, but she fell like pretty much half into it.
Yeah, she didn't come out too. Moen didn't come out too clever. I remember that bit. And then you were the last person to cross, and it was like, oh no, it's gonna wreck me boots.
I was so concerned because my boots were the things that were magical 10% of my movement on it.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have them, I was down to minus 30 movement, which meant I couldn't do nothing. I would move jack shit anytime I had to do anything.
Yeah.
The only time I ever rolled good because these boots actually allowed me to do plus 10 on them, you know. It's like, if I take them off, then I jump it. Oh no, then I'm definitely going to fall in and die.
You just lost something else, but you were losing stuff all the way through that. Remember the seesaw trap?
Yeah.
Where Estelle's like, oh,
we didn't lose anything there.
No, you didn't lose anything, but it was just
It was close though.
the reaction from Theo when he sees the backpack just slide off. Just, that's great. That's just fantastic. Yeah. And the figures, the remember the scarecrows outside.
That was good actually. I like that one.
Yeah.
I still tried to preserve them. They didn't move.
Yeah. Lots, and that whole there was nobody on that level apart from just you guys, but the whole place was just designed and built just to for you to drive you crazy and waste your time and just lose resources and. Yeah, that was a good. That Dulgul is a real good adventure site. There's lots of other ones around.
Now that's indoor plumbing.
Now I say, yeah. Remember the eye?
Yeah.
The eye
on
the
me and Dylan Trust stayed for like an hour. Freaking hell!
It's watching us. Yeah, it's watching us. Yeah, well, it's doing things to us. The eye.
So what was the eye anyway? Because I think I tuned out.
The recording. It was
it's
like a camera.
It's like a camera. Yeah, it's like just a ward. Like it's a mark placed on walls. Like if anybody comes this way, record the events kind of thing, and then whoever wrote the ward can go and play them back. That's all it was. It's just like a security camera, but they're just wards that can be written on walls, painted on. Yeah, with the assistance of magic. But yeah, they're just wards.
God, yeah, you guys were like, I'm in a known. I said to Whisper, okay, I'll go past the corner. Next thing you hear is like, oh, Zeddy going, oh, I'll grab the rope and I'll go through. He's teleported somewhere. Like, how did you jump from that? I just stepped round the corner.
Yeah.
That was such a big jump as well. There was no evidence that was a teleporting.
There was a level of paranoia, that one. That was just on a completely different scale. Everything in this place is going to kill me.
God, and that big ass statue by the throne that looked out east.
Yeah, it was staring towards Lorien.
You know what really bugged me about Dumbledore was when we got presented with all those chairs.
The 4 seats. Yeah, the 4 thrones, and each one had a different carving on the back of them. Yeah.
That puzzle, for the listeners or people who are watching this live stream, generally after every session that we did, we would talk about it really, really quickly, what we did in that particular session. And sometimes, only sometimes, Whisper would have said, well, if you guys had done more at this point, you would have gotten something a little bit more, whether it was extra XP or whether it was an item.
Yeah, you might have been rewarded in some way, yeah.
He said you would have been rewarded in some form of way. And one of the ones that he mentioned was the 4 chairs and Dumbledore. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, time. Oh, damn it, those chairs were just so annoying anyway.
I know, because I said, are you going to sit in the chair? No, I'm not sitting in the chair. Well, you going to sit in the chair? No, I'm not sitting in the chair. Well, who's going to sit in the chair? Nobody's sitting in the chair. I'm not sitting in the chair. I was like, what?
The best of it was, at that point, because like Westwood had been saying to us for weeks and weeks and weeks, Dumbledore is designed.
It's designed, yeah, to drive you
to go like make you go insane. And we were all like, for that particular scene, we're all so paranoid about what these chairs might and might not do to us.
Yeah.
You know what I thought it was going to do? I thought it was going to teleport us away somewhere.
Exactly.
Like right in the middle, in front of a bloody Nazareth, or whatever it's called.
A ring rope, yeah.
Sorry, this is your chair, was it? Sorry.
I thought it was taken.
It was things like that that made us so paranoid that even such an inanimate object like a chair seemed like a death threat or a death sentence. It was like,
pretty much.
I'm not touching that.
I know. By the time you there was 9 levels. There was 9 levels to Dol Guldur. 9 traditional levels in this time frame. And you only got to level 6.
No, we got to 7.
Oh, you got to 7, but you came straight back down again.
Yeah, we came back down.
It was like, that's it, I've had enough, I'm leaving.
But that was the point of I couldn't do anymore. There was more guys up the top. I just couldn't do anything.
No, no, that was the right time to leave because we would just die otherwise. It would be suicide. Then the campaign would end there, you know?
And to be honest, I didn't want to spend another day walking back either.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got a funny note to end this on, and it's sad that Jade isn't here, but we'll maybe ask her tomorrow. In terms of Dol Guldur, I'm going to ask all of you guys to rate Dol Guldur, similar to how you would rate things on Yelp.
Oh, I know what Jade would say. I know what Jade will say.
We're going to go with, instead of it being
A
Yelp,
star
we'll call
rating.
it Proudfoot.
What?
Proudfeet? Is it Proudfeet or Proudfoot? The Hobbit.
Fellow Hyde, Stewart, and Proudfeet and Proudfoot are family names.
Call it Proudfeet then.
Proudfeet. It's Barefoot and Proudfeet.
So
that's the ones Tolkien used. That's one Tolkien used. Barefoot and Proudfeet.
For the Hobbit to Middle Earth, or review of Middle Earth, how many Proudfeet would you give Dol Guldur?
Out of what? Out of 10? Out of 5? Or
Out of 100.
Out of 5.
for what? For what? What? As a pleasant place to spend the day?
It's a place to go and see and blah blah blah.
Oh, I'd definitely go back. I would love to go back to Dol Guldur and visit it again. Yeah.
I just want to get to the top.
Swim in their new indoor swimming pool.
Well, I'm
No,
sure.
that's on the bottom.
Sure,
I want to go up.
Sure, it's been fixed by now, but yeah. But there's lots of other places to like. You remember? I kept referring to like, oh, this is Dol Guldur. There's worse places than this in Middle Earth.
Yeah, Agmar.
Agmar, the Black Gates, Isengard. There's numerous places.
It was the best because all of the stuff and the indoor swimming pool and the chairs that could kill you.
But yeah,
Here's the thing, Agmar has all that as well.
Oh yeah.
Including the indoor swimming pool full of acid.
There's a lot worse. Moria is fairly nasty. Yeah, you can imagine what that'd be like. There's lots
What's the bit where Gimli and all that going underneath the mountain? What's that place called where Gandalf dies?
Moria.
That's Moria, is
Yeah,
it?
Khazad-dûm, Moria.
That's the one. That's the thing. I guess Khazad-dûm. I would
Khazad-dûm.
love to have gone there actually.
We had the opportunity when you came
I
as a
know,
laureate.
I know,
Yeah.
He had other priorities. I would love to go back there and go through it, like sort of thing, if I had a different opportunity. But
Yeah.
yeah,
There's lots of other places to visit and adventure in Middle Earth. Yeah, but Dol Guldur was like it's one of my definite favourite places to campaign and adventure in. For that time frame, anyway.
It literally is I think it's the Middle Earth place to go. You know,
Oh, there's lots of I would say in the first part of the story, Rivendell, like with all of its history and background and lore and everything else, and the way it described the rooms and the way they were set up, and even the rooms that you guys stayed in.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing place. Rivendell's an amazing place. Yeah, the way it's just all described and laid out, with the library and the where Theo was quizzing about the wolf thing. The wolf carving, the wolf carving, with the story behind that about the and if you think about it, it goes all the way back to that, because the wolf bit off the hand that was holding the Cimmeral and actually swallowed one of the Cimmerals.
Yep.
Yeah. So
no, I picked up that a long
time.
Oh
no, you did. So
when you sent me that entire wall of wiki page. It was like, oh yeah. So this is what I'm talking about here. And then I think I said actually to you, this reminds me back of that wolf statue.
Right the way back at Rivendell. Yeah, the whole campaign, the whole story kind of like all came back on itself. And I said there's lots of little clues and lots of little hints, and you have to pick them up and like the number 3 and all that kind of stuff. And I think when a lot of it was all written stuff. There was a lot of documentation sent between me as the games master and the players. Nostriel's journal. Remember Nostriel's journal?
Well, yeah, a bit of it. I mean, I've read it all, but yeah.
Yeah, there was bits in that.
But here's the thing: Theo couldn't understand it. So I read it, but Theo actually couldn't only understand parts of it.
Lots of little bits and pieces in all those parts. That.
Let me give it back, bloody, to Estelle to read.
Did you read it?
Read it, not to me though.
Oh, well, not.
What?
To Estelle to read.
Did I not?
No.
Estelle read it.
Estelle read it. Yeah.
What was the book again that I was reading for you?
Nostriel's diary.
Nostriel's journal. Nostriel's.
I thought I told you what happened in it. No.
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 Oh, my bad.
This is why when we met her and she said her name and I said, "Is that the one from the journal?" And you went, "No, right, wait. Have you seen it? Have you read it?" I said, "Well, no, you haven't told me, but I read it. But I know bits of it."
Well, there's an entire saga in there. There's an including the significance of the 3 strands of hair.
Yeah, I mean, I know what they are anyway.
Yeah, 3 strands of hair. Yeah.
You wait, yeah. Dylan Traz, if you ever want a swimming pool, you just come back to Callanhard and we'll make one.
Callanhard. Oh, Callanhard, yeah, up in the White Mountains.
Yeah.
Be a bit chilly.
Maybe not in Callanhard, but in Callanhard, but in the mountain area, we have a nice big swimming pool.
Nice big swimming pool.
Whether or not Dylan Trask can swim, is that one of the skills I said he could actually do?
God knows.
We can't ride.
I think that's partly one of the other reasons why he likes being in trees. It's because, like, hey, I can get up into that tree and get away from all the people that's down there. The people that I don't want to bother with. I can just sit up inside a tree and have a conversation with it, like my crazy old granddad.
I will say, not many trees in the desert, though. All this time you say you spent over in the desert area. Not many trees.
Well, he spent.
So you must have spent some time riding somewhere.
Well, just because he was in a desert area doesn't mean to say he was riding on a horse.
No, they love
it. Your ride skill applies to anything you ride on.
And camels and ostriches and things like that. There's plenty of mules.
Camels, ostriches, elephants.
Yeah, but you don't climb an elephant to travel on it. You ride
yes, you do.
An elephant, yeah.
You ride on the elephant.
You ride
on it. You climb up it, but you ride on it.
So do you just go up to a sitting elephant? Yeah. And say,
sitting elephant.
I'm just gonna like.
You can hop on an elephant like that, yeah.
Climb on it on some way, shape, or form. And an oliphant is actually a little bit bigger than an elephant.
Okay, so they probably have some towers that you climb up.
Yeah, they have rope ladders and things like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you climb onto the elephant and then you have to ride.
But the ones from the Far Haradan are more like nomadic caravans. That big tents on the back of them, big, yeah. They're the elephants out there. The slimline. They've got. I think is it larger ears than the ones in the north, which are the woolly elephants of the far north. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They've still got tents on the back of them, just more like
why Dylan Trask wants back to the Far Haradans. It's like there's so much more interesting stuff over there than there is in this Middle Earth.
What is smack in the middle of Rohan? It's just lots of grass, lots of horses.
Well, that's the thing. I just don't think Dylan Trask has ever explored his own land, like his actual bit this side of the ocean.
The king of the king of the elves. You know what I mean? Of the Sylvan elves. Yeah, Thranduil. He couldn't wait to get rid of Dylan Trask, really, could he?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, take him with you. Take him with you.
Now we know why. He's always on about the bloody desert and all that. It's like all the different things he says in there. Oh.
Take him with you.
Anything of his past. Well, he told you like one or two things about his past, but he never went into detail about where he went after he gotten away from those particular people.
Doesn't matter. You still had no college, actual knowledge of the world.
Honestly,
what are these barrels? What do you fill barrels with? Why do you use barrels? Well, even in your own homeland, you had barrels full of alcohol.
Yeah, it's like no,
it's
we
like the
have
simplest
many
things
bottles.
is like seem to have just gone over your head and like, okay.
I still think that's
Well
great
travelled, my ass.
because it ties in with the character that is currently in. Like, I think whether or not that's an intentional thing or whether it's unintentional, probably unintentional, but it ties in so well with what the character that I'm playing in your one shot, that's more than a one shot now, is like. So, like, seeing that character, you can possibly understand why Dylan Trask is the way he is.
No.
No.
Oh, God.
I can make the differentiation and say, right, okay, that's why Dylan Trask is the way he is.
I don't think Theo would ever work out what Dylan Trask is like.
No, well, I told you, Theo thinks he's like a little
Dylan
brat
Trask.
kid almost, hasn't quite grown up and hasn't learnt how to stand his ground, like being the place.
His ground.
Hmm?
Why would he want to stand his ground?
Not like stand your ground as, come on, fight me. Yeah, not like that. That's a different meaning of stand your ground. But stand your ground as in actually be a person. Stand up for yourself. Present yourself with a bit more, hello, I am Dylan Trask, blah, blah, blah. I am a little shit. Welcome.
Wow! Shots fired! Shots fired!
But no, that's what I'm saying. That's what Theo like. He that's what he thinks of Dylan Trask. He knows Dylan Trask hasn't quite found his own footing yet. He knows he's older than Theo, but yet he's younger than Theo.
Do you also think Estelle doesn't have her footing either?
Estelle, I think, is only just
Yeah.
I say I find Estelle always lost.
I
I think Theo became a dad between everyone.
Probably, yeah. The philosophy is that all elves
Are
live
you sure?
for a very, very long
The
time,
man of the
but
house,
they don't
rather.
mature very quickly. But men, because they live so short, i.e. maybe 100, 120 years or so, give or take, unless you're doing it in, and then you've got 400, 500 years. They mature at an accelerated rate, but elves don't. Elves don't mature until they're like literally into the thousands.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, Whisper.
Mhm.
Like, given how Theo's reaction to Dylan Trask, he thinks of him as a child.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a really good portrayal of the character because of what age Dylan Trask is?
Yeah, we're playing characters that are no more than a couple of 100 years old. In Nostriel's probably maybe about 900 years old. Always probably about 450 years old. In the grand scheme of things, I mean, Galadriel's clicking on for around about 8,000 to 9,000 years old.
Looks good for our age.
Yeah, Arwen's probably about 3,000 to 4,000 years old. So, yeah.
Yeah, boy. We live long lives.
They live long lives, but because they live long lives, it takes them 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 600 years before they can actually... An elf would evaluate another elf as being mature.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just different. It's just a completely different timescale, and you learned a lot of that in Rivendell. Yeah.
I spent a whole month waiting for a move.
Oh yeah, yeah. And to them, it's like, yeah. I mean, I remember when Theo was losing his temper because it's like 5 minutes, 5 minutes. That's an eternity to me. 5 minutes. You remember that?
That's the thing, because
I could be doing.
the reason like Theo thinks like all this is taking too long and that is because he's oh okay, bit of backstory. He's had a family. He's been a dad. He's been a husband. He's done all the stuff that he needs to do in his life. Everything that he's had. So he knows time's very precious. Like what you have needs to be spent.
To a human, it is.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. To a human, you wasted my time. 5 minutes to you, I could be doing something. I could go somewhere. I can get food. I can go meet someone. I can talk to someone. I can do something in 5 minutes. Maybe not much, but I can do something.
Totally. I respect.
Yeah. So
so yeah.
it's just a different time thing, and because of this different time thing, it takes a lot longer compared to a human. To an elf, it's perfectly normal to take 4, 5, 6, 700 years before they're mature enough. So you're playing a character, don't trust. You're playing a character that's like barely out of kindergarten.
Do you think like how the character, like how I represented the character, like Lee's saying he was very childish, unsure of the world, even though he'd been places in the world. Do you think the way he came across was quite?
Oh yeah,
normal for
yeah,
that
that's
age?
fairly normal. It's fairly normal for that age, yeah.
Also, being places and living in places are two different things. Actually, going somewhere and not spending time there, like living a little bit of a life, doesn't mean you learn anything. It just means you travel through. Because I can travel from here to Scotland and go, oh, I've been to Newcastle. I actually went through it.
You said he'd fully been and stayed in.
You haven't spent like. If I was speaking to, and that came across in the MERP Adventures as well. This came across in the MERP Adventures that the older the person is that you were talking to, the more disinterest they were in you as an individual in all years. That's right, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's why I didn't like Lady.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like as far as she's concerned, you're just another Rohan guy. Just like she's seen billions of them. All having the same story, all having the same background, all having, just like okay, yeah. Elrond was kind of impartial.
Not really. He just did it because I think Gandalf was also saying, "Well, get them to do something."
Get them to
I think he had someone persuading him.
Oh, Gandalf.
Well,
Yeah.
not Gandalf, but
Yeah. Gandalf did a lot of persuading. Yeah, Gandalf did a little bit of orchestrating right from the very start when he sat in the booth there. Yeah. He took off with your horse and cart.
I should never have even got involved. That was my first ever mistake.
Your first mistake was right at the beginning of the adventure in episode 1.
Yep.
Getting involved. Yeah. And everything just went downhill from there on in. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why also Jai that Theo thought Dinentrash was a child because he's already been a father. So everything you were doing to him, he had already grown up with that.
Specifically said he was an adult. I did make it very, very clear to an elf he's still a child.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm well aware, and Theo knew that straight away. But yeah, just yeah. Like you kept saying, "Oh, I'm older than you." It's like, yeah, I know you're older than me, but you're technically not.
Yeah.
So, like, a child would do that. So me playing the character like that, playing it like a spoiled brat or a child or a brat in general, it's the typical outcome of that character that has seen a little bit of hardship, maybe not a significant amount of hardship, but they would have a kind of skewed vision on how the world is until they matured more.
Yeah. Well, many elves wouldn't probably leave their home or leave their place where they grew up for until they were at least 800, 900 years old.
I think it was bit of circumstance I put into the backstory.
Oh yeah. You know that,
You
yeah.
had no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, no choice and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's fairly normal.
Out of all of us, who had the happy backstory? Anyone? Doubtful. I bet we all had some sort of misery.
I love the backstories because I read through the backstories and I was like, right, okay, how can I manipulate this to make an awesome adventure? How many?
Not so much that, but who actually had in their story that and I lived happy ever after, and I'm
Not a
married
chance.
to these- but I bet everyone put we're running away from family, or I'm misunderstood, and I'm a murderer, all this bad horrible stuff. Nothing nice.
Okay, I've got a better question. Whisper, whose backstory was the most depressing?
Okay, I wouldn't say there was any depressing. What I did is I let you write your own backstories, kind of thing, how you got started, and then I would look at it and I would say, right, okay, this is the kind of story I want. How can I work this into the story? And I didn't at any point change any backstories. I just literally just like took what you wrote and worked it into it. Mostly Estelle's was the one that I found very, very easy to be able to like work into the story I wanted to do, and it fitted quite well to the point where I think Estelle was like, how did all this come about? And I was like, well, you wrote the backstory.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah, you started all this ball churning, this ball rolling kind of thing, this situation.
Apparently, I wrote something that Whisper was like, I can use all of this.
I think the only thing I said I'm going to change one thing. You're going to start in Tharbad. That was it. I said, can I change the starting location to Tharbad? That's the only thing.
No, I already said about Tharbad. I was going to use Tharbad because you said about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I will be living in Tharbad.
Yeah.
And the thing was, like, I'm going to change one thing. You were going to add one thing, and that was I was going to be working at the Dusty Jug. And I was like, actually, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that was the only thing that
you
was
added.
It.
Just to get the story, just for a start location, a meeting up place. Everything started at the Dusty Jug and everything ended at the Dusty Jug kind of thing. And the Dusty Jug became a focal point, an important place kind of thing. But no, I'll let you have free rein with your backstories. You can basically work on them. And I do pull the different people's backstories here, there, and everywhere.
Well, okay, but that's not really what I asked.
Oh, what? Who was the most depressing one?
So, in other words, which one did you find the saddest as well?
The saddest?
Let me expand on that. Which one was the most... Sorry.
Which one was the...
which one was the most depressing, but also, was there any particular one that stood out as quite dark? Like something that you wouldn't expect any of us to write?
I don't think there was any that I didn't expect anybody to write. I know.
We all put sadness in it.
I know. Yeah, there was a whopping amount of sadness in most of them. I had to help Jade write a little bit of hers. I mean, I let her write it out, like her background as she wanted, but then I kind of filled in the missing bits, like her events in Mickleborough and before then and all that kind of stuff. Dylan Trask's was kind of like the very morbid one. And I was like, I was left with like, how am I going to work this into the story kind of thing? It's like, okay, so I can work little bits into it here and there. Theo's I got the background story. I got the gist of the background story, and I was using that towards the end of the game, the end of the story.
Yeah, this is just sad.
He is sad, and I know I got Theo was always like he lost something, and I started off the adventure where he's going to lose something, and it'd be like, oh, this is going to be his life from now on. This is like the way it's going to be.
His life is just losing things.
Just losing
That's really
things,
sad.
and then at the end of it, but I said no, but there's going to be a turning in it called the turning of the tide situation, where Theo's going to get a little bit something back, and that was towards the end. And now he's in charge of this small little hamlet which is doing relatively well for itself, and he's also one of the overseers for the garrison of Kallenhard up in the White Mountains in Rohan. And his sole purpose is to just maintain and look after this village and do repairs and build it up and keep it self-sufficient. So he's got a purpose now. So Theo now has a purpose. Whereas before when he started the adventure, it was like, no purpose.
Well, he lost all his purpose, didn't he? So
yeah, he lost.
That was the reason for him being sad.
He had to regain his purpose, and his story was to regain his purpose. And now he's got that purpose back. I mean, he's got a bit of baggage with it as well.
Yeah, I know.
He's got Dylan, Trust, and Frey.
That won't last.
There's a bit of baggage now. But he also has, with this, he's got his purpose back now. He also has this mountain of responsibility. And it'd be interesting to see how he handles that.
Suicide. I'm joking.
That's partly why Dylan Trask wants to leave him so bad, because it's like, oh crap, Theo's got all this.
Got all this responsibility now, yeah.
And he's
like,
going to ask me to do shit. I don't want
to. Start with the event where he's responsible for just himself, and that was it. I was just like, look after myself, keep myself right, make sure I can get from A to B, make sure I've got food, make sure I've got somewhere to sleep. That was it. And it started off with the story, like when he was soaking wet and sleeping in the barn, kind of thing.
But his horses. Didn't he take care of them?
Yeah, he had his horses.
They were like the only things that I kept with me. They were the last things.
Yeah, his worldly possessions was these horses and the stuff they had with him.
Maybe that's why one of them has left and we've not heard from it since.
Yeah,
just because I haven't got it yet.
Yeah, but Theo's story was going to be like at the bottom of like at the lowest point you could possibly. Like, oh man, you know what I mean? Things have been really bad already, but now they just hit rock bottom because he's lost his horses. He's got nowhere to stay. He's got no gear. You know, he's got virtually nothing. He has no option but to be pulled along on this adventure. But as he goes through this adventure, you can see that his the rewards that he gets steadily goes up and steadily goes up until eventually it reaches it gets so high as that he's actually.
I'm a king now.
Well, no, not a king. I wouldn't go so far as a king. He's a lord. He's a lord.
No. The next step from lord is king. Watch out, arrogant! I'm coming for you.
Wrong nation, but
you're
Rohan, not Gondor. He's going to declare war on Gondor.
I mean, King Theoden.
King Theoden. Yeah, well.
I'll get it back from you.
I think Theoden's speaking in his boot.
But he's built. He's worked his way up. I mean, yeah, he's been through hell. Yeah, and he's had to take instruction and like do things he doesn't like doing, and he's argued with people and all that kind of stuff to get through it, to get to where he's at. But he's been rewarded for it. But along with that reward and that success has been this mountain of responsibility which he now has on his shoulders, and it's kind of like it and he's been aware of it. He's been aware of it. Like he's had to build up this responsibility looking after Estelle, responsibility of getting there through Goblin Town, the responsibility of Olwe, and the responsibility of like Mickleborough, and taking on that extra responsibility. And it's the responsibility that's stretched him down all the way. But in a weird sense, it's also built him up as well. So a lot of people said, "I don't see Theo's story. I don't see Theo's story." But if you go back and you listen to it, there's a lot of Theo's character building gone through that, and right towards the end, as well as Estelle's like mixed up background story. But
Jai was morbid.
Jai's was just like
crazy.
Estelle's, yeah, it like I could see the story like fitted in quite nice with the idea I had. And the one I had already sketched out with the places you need to go to and how you're going to get from A to B and all the rest of it. But the importance of Estelle, and all Estelle wants to do is basically go back to the Dusty Jug and go back to a normal life.
Never left it.
But she wanted to leave that at the beginning.
Yeah, and then she couldn't wait to get back.
just for my mum.
Yeah, it's like Estelle's there and just wishing everything would just go back to being normal.
Oh! You know, Estelle. There's a bar place. There's an inn, like a bar place, up my way. If you come up my way, I can let
the
you run it.
Ivies. The
Grey
Ivies.
Ivies,
The
yeah.
Ivies.
Oh, you trying?
Earl of the
Maybe
Grey Ivies,
it'll be in the middle of nowhere. No one will touch us. That's great. Come on,
No,
Mum.
it's not in the middle of nowhere. It's the main track.
It's on the East-West Road.
Only track.
The only road. Yeah.
Let's do it. Pack your bags, Mum. We're coming.
Yeah. So Estelle's like, okay, yeah, it was a boring life. There was no adventure. But when she's gone through all this and found out and like learned out a lot more about herself, she's come back to Tharbad, and it's just like she just wants to get back to Tharbad, like get things back to normal again. And that's the ultimate goal, is to go back to the point with go back to the situation she had when she first started, but be a better person for it, kind of thing. So.
I also have a job for you, Din Traz. You can be the orchard man. Look after the apple trees.
Well,
Nice.
You like your trees?
I'm leaving as soon as I can.
But
Well,
trees, you like trees?
you like apple
I
trees?
might come back and visit you. How about that?
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
5 silver.
There's like you said that Dylan Dress has to be like slightly more worldly. What better opportunity if you could just get away from New York?
Yeah.
See the world.
Go
See
with the first
see
caravan
the
you
world
find.
again.
Actually live in it.
Must be pretty damn sick of seeing the world by now.
But yeah, we should really wrap up. Oh my god.
We'll wrap up. Yeah. So that's been our flashback of MERP. Any questions?
Hold on, I have one final question.
Oh, okay.
And it's for
Me too.
everybody.
It's for who?
For everybody.
Okay.
So it's kind of goes along with what we were saying about the character stories. Whose character story do y'all want to see continued? Or at least there be some kind of little story written somewhere. So, Lee.
What do you mean?
Characters. Like, out of all the MERP characters that we've had,
Who would you like to see continue?
whose story would you like to see kind of, like, slightly continued? Like there would be a little excerpt written.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Morwen or Orwe. Or even a little bit of Freya.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see Freya, because if she's working under me, I would like to see how someone else.
All right, let's see how
in
she
my
turns out.
character
Oh,
is,
God help her.
like how
God
she's
help-
working it all disappears, or like Morwen how she survives, and Orwe how what she does in her next part. So yeah, those three.
Nice.
Yeah. Now that she knows I'm alive and well.
Billy?
Hmm?
Whose story would you like to see continued, if anybody's?
Everyone's.
Everyone.
Well,
You want to see how everybody turns out.
Come up with
Yeah.
the calendar, and I'll teach you my next.
I wanna get to the point where I get to save Morwen and see if she lives and tells the tale of living. And I want a chance where everyone can actually like really get to know Freya more
More
Freya.
More Freya. Okay. How about
And
Jai?
Ollie needs to come along.
Oh, and Olwe as well. Yeah, okay. More from Freya and Olwe. Okay. What about Jai?
I'd really like to actually see how Zabby's story ends. Because I always feel that there's a little bit more to that.
And Zabby's just gonna
And
leave us.
Sure. We'd also like to see how Mulwyn's story ends, because I was a little bit worried for Mulwyn.
Yeah.
Because Dylan Trask really liked Mulwyn. I don't know whether Mulwyn really liked him, probably not. But he liked her, and it was like, oh, well, I'd like to hear the end of that story. What about you, Lisbeth?
What was the question?
Whose story, if there had to be like a little continuation, not a long, drawn-out thing, just a kind of small excerpt, out of all the characters that we come across in MERP, whose story would you like to see continue just a little bit?
Oh,
Or even brought to a close, because somebody who's listening to this might think, well, you know what, I could write closing thing for Theo or for Dylan Trust or
I'm probably gonna. I mean, oh, it's a difficult one. I probably lean towards Nostriel.
because Nostriel wasn't really.
She wasn't really mentioned all tonight. To me, she mentioned it a little
Not
bit.
that. It's just like Nostriel had, as I can remember, she didn't really have the biggest exposure.
No. Maybe like
More exposure.
a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Maybe someone should do those 2 little girls that survived.
Yeah, possibly. 2 little girls.
Well, it was 2 girls and
Oh,
1
in
boy.
Mickleborough. In Mickleborough.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the one holding the gem.
No, not that one.
Or was it Marisha? Marisha? Is that Marisha?
That's Marisha.
Marisha.
I was talking about Freya and I don't know the other one. I can't remember her name. I've got it written down somewhere.
You can read those. Find the paper. Find the papers.
Oh, put those away there.
Yeah, ruffle the papers. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the guys are going to stick around, but we're going to end the stream.
Before you close the stream with.
Oh, okay, go on then.
There are, if you guys do want to do that, if you want to write a story, do it. Post it on iGame for anyone to read under the folders section. If that's
You can upload in the folders, or they can just send us a link to it.
Yeah, you can send us a link to it, and we will be more than. I'm pretty sure that the people who played the original characters will be more than happy to read it. Also, guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow when we start back with our Dragonlance.
No.
Call
Call of Cthulhu tabletop, yeah.
Tomorrow's not streamed, remember, it's just recorded.
It's recorded.
Right, okay. Well, it's recorded. We will be doing our Call of Cthulhu recording,
Yep.
which I'm sure that you'll be able to find somewhere. I
When we
don't
get
know
them.
where.
Yeah, they're all being recorded at the moment. I think Honey Jade's doing the editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to tune in on a Tuesday on Faye's Twitch stream live.
This could be a
when
good
we're
one as
doing
well.
our Dragon Dance.
Jai's got to defeat one of the world champion gladiator.
Yeah.
The best of it,
Amazing.
I'm now so pumped for this particular match because I was saying to Lee, like, the whole time we've been doing this Dragonlance session, I've been watching Spartacus Blood Sound. And I finally got to the last episode of it in the 3rd series, so I'm like mega pumped now. I'm like, I want to go in and I want to fight. I'm going to lose, but I'm going to go in and fight. Yeah.
Gonna go in and lose the fight. Yeah. Do what I do. Just break the guitar out and. Yeah.
Unlike you, I'm not a bard.
No. Okay, guys, so that is our little look back over Middle-earth roleplay MERP sessions. I can say that we have crossed over the 25,000 minutes worth of listen to. We crossed over that a couple of weeks ago. I think we're at 25,500 minutes worth of people listening to MERP from around the world on our YouTube channel. The audio ones have now been pulled away from our website. They've now been replaced with the YouTube ones, so we can better track it and to free up some space on our web server for a future project that we already have spent thousands of hours getting ready for. And we're not joking when we say thousands of hours. So if you want to go along, and you can listen to it directly on our YouTube channel, Middle-earth Roleplay. I think that's everything. I think we've covered pretty much everything. I hope you've enjoyed listening to the MERP series. Oh, that was it. We also wanted to say that we're still getting likes. We got a like, I think it was yesterday, on our MERP episode 1. so we're still getting likes on our first.
See, we're still getting people watching.
Oh, we get people watching.
Trickling.
Trickling. Yeah, there's a lot of people do a lot of binge watching. I know there's a lot of people do a lot of like downloading from YouTube and listen to it on the go and all the rest of it. And we'll have some further news on our future projects very, very soon. Okay, so
We never had our battle royale, did we?
well,
Oh well.
never mind, never mind. I'm going to have a little chat with the guys now, and we'll have some further news for you very, very soon.